Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3. Checking 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This broadcast will begin in 3 minutes.
Testing 1, 2. Check 1. Check. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. It's working there. It's working here. Yeah. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1. Test, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here's your 2-minute time check. Mark.
Check, check, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test, 1, 2. You should be getting me and the background music as well, Mo. Got it? Okay.
Here comes your 1-minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
There are two teams in the SEC that are unbeaten on the road heading into today's action. Your Auburn Tigers and Alabama. The team that gave the Crimson Tide their only SEC loss is Auburn's opponent today. Good afternoon, and War Eagle from the Pavilion at Ole Miss with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn notched its 12th Quad 1 win Wednesday night. The Tigers forced a season-high 20 turnovers, leading to 22 points at LSU. Auburn carries a 12-game win streak into the action today, the 5th longest in the country, and tied for the 9th longest in Auburn history. Bruce Pearl says this is the most talented Ole Miss team that he's faced ever. The Rebels dominated the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. They're 3rd in the country in turnover margin, and 7 Ole Miss players have eclipsed the 1,000-point barrier in their careers. Auburn is the unanimous #1 team in the country. Ole Miss has never beaten a #1 team. The Pavilion is sold out. It should be quite a showdown between a pair of top 25 teams. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pre-game coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball. CB&S Bank has been family, community, and financially strong since 1906. Visit cbsbank.com. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Feels a little bit like we're at Neville Arena today because this is a hard sellout between Auburn and Ole Miss. Tickets have been hard to come by even on the secondary market, depending on how much money you want to spend to see the Tigers and the Rebels here today. Along with Randall Dickey, I'm Andy Burcham. Brad Law will join us in just a few moments from the Auburn Sports Network studios on a very important Saturday in Southeastern Conference basketball. We're getting near the midway mark of the Southeastern Conference in Randall. In spite of the fact that this Auburn team is 7-0 in league play, wins have been tougher to come by since the start of Southeastern Conference play.
Well, I think across the entire landscape of college basketball, when it gets February and then even into March, the wins come very far and few between. The teams that have the momentum and can continue to win, not only at home, which Ole Miss is 10-1 in this building, and you could feel the electricity from the time they let the students in, and we're about 30 minutes out from tip-off right now, and you can still feel the electric atmosphere that they're bringing, the crowd's going to bring today. So it's going to be a big challenge for the Tigers. I think our team will embrace it, accept it, but it's going to be a hard-fought 40 minutes.
Students camped out overnight for their tickets today. They've been in the building, well, since 11 o'clock this morning. So they're ready for this one here today. As a matter of fact, they've already been given instructions on how to properly storm the court after today's ball game.
Well, they don't need to get too far-fetched and too caught up in the atmosphere, because the number one nationally ranked Auburn Tigers are an outstanding team. I think they're going to play really well today. It would surprise me if they didn't. We have a lot of weapons. Not saying that you're going to win easily, but it's going to be a hard-fought battle, but I think it'll take a gallant effort to beat the Tigers today.
This is a guard-oriented ball club. As a matter of fact, they'll start really 4 guards in their lineup. And Randall, they want to get out and run. Auburn has to do a good job of getting back on defense today.
Well, they've done a really good job. And they've got a couple of transfers in. You know, Padula, transfer from Virginia Tech, has unlimited range, really great range from the outside. But the thing that he's most dangerous about is he's an excellent defensive player. He's got great hands, active hands. Statistically, he's very high on the assist-to-turnover ratio, and he leads a team in steals, creates a lot of open opportunities for the Rebels.
It's an Ole Miss team. You know, Tuesday or Wednesday night, Auburn forced 20 turnovers at LSU, and that was kind of the tendency for the Bengal Tigers, and Auburn turned that into 22 points. Today, turnovers will be tough to come by for Auburn. This team only turns the ball over 9 times, and on the other hand, they force turnovers. They're plus 6.6 in turnover margin, which is best in the SEC and number 3 in the country.
And being that highly ranked in assist-to-turnover ratio is a big feather in any team's cap, because you eliminate easy opportunities for the opposing team. One thing that this staff has done, and what's Coach Beard's career over many years, he's got an outstanding staff. They are going to like to run, and they're going to take really good, open, quick three-point shots. The one thing that he does not put up with is eliminating opportunities by turning it over, silly offensive plays. He wants to make the other team beat and not beat himself, and that he does a great job, and this team is a mirror image of his philosophy.
Bruce Pearl has talked about it for the last couple weeks. His team needs to play better than it is right now, and that's at both ends of the floor, offense and defense.
Well, I think it's been unusual to see, not unusual, but I think you go through trends throughout the season. You start off, we did so well early in November, went to Maui and just by far was the best team out there. Started league play, got off to a really good start. Every team goes through a little bit of a lull. Well, our lull was unfortunately, we lost Janai a couple of games. That set us back. The rotation had to be different. We still won, which is a big tribute to the other guys stepping up and the coaching staff making the adjustments for the other guys. But to return back to the even flow, sparks off the bench, to a constant level of play for a long period of time, that's a challenge this time of the year.
Auburn and Ole Miss isn't the only big matchup in Southeastern Conference play today. As a matter of fact, one is already underway in the second half in Knoxville. To tell you about it, we send it to our Auburn Sports Network studios. And here is Brad Law.
Andy, thank you. Very grateful to be here. Yeah, you said it. In fact, 2 ranked versus ranked matchups already underway on another compelling Saturday of SEC basketball.
From the home of the SEC Tournament Champions to the expanded boundaries of the toughest conference in college basketball, this is the Toyota SEC Report. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with
on a different channel if you're trying to watch on TV. Again, top 10 Rocky Top tussle between Tennessee and Florida. And right now with 10:07 to go in the game, Vols lead the Gators 46-33. Volunteers are without starters Zakai Ziegler and Igor Milicic to an injury and an illness, respectively. They have only 7 scholarship players, but they are getting the job done. Florida's Walter Clayton Jr. hurt his ankle, missed some time in the first half. He's playing in the second half, but it's just been tough defensively it's been tough offensively for Florida because of the Tennessee defense. Gators are shooting just 24% for the game. They're 2 of 19 from 3. Tennessee, that number 1 3-point defense, is at it again. And a big day for Jordan Gainey for Tennessee. He has 14 points. He's the only player in double figures as Tennessee leads Florida 46-33. Again, 10 minutes to go in that matchup in Knoxville. They are in the first half in Starkville, where number 14 Mississippi State is hosting 20th-ranked Missouri. Mizzou got off to a hot start, made 5 of its first 6 shots. Mississippi State fell in an 8-point hole early, but the Bulldogs have battled back. It's now a 5-point game. 3:30 to go, first half at the hump. Missouri leads Mississippi State 35-30. Balanced scoring for Mizzou on the road. Caleb Grill with 9 more points and Mark Mitchell with 7 to lead the way for Missouri. Tigers lead the Bulldogs 35-31, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half in that matchup. Everything else is a little bit later today. Auburn's next opponent plays at home. Oklahoma welcomes number 24 Vanderbilt to Norman. That game is at 2:30. At 3, it's 4th-ranked Alabama hosting Georgia. Texas and LSU hook up in Baton Rouge at 5. 13th-ranked Texas A&M plays out South Carolina. Gamecocks the last winless conference team. And the nightcap features 12th-ranked Kentucky at home against 1-6 Arkansas. No Lamont Butler for a second straight game for the Cats. No Boogie Fland for the Hogs. That is an 8 o'clock tip at Rupp Arena. Now, that is what's happening in the SEC today. There are attractive matchups throughout college basketball throughout the afternoon. We'll keep you current on those throughout our broadcast. Now it's time for What's on the Menu. That is presented by Whataburger. Are you looking for a mouthful of flavor? Then head to Whataburger to get the chicken fajita taco. Strips of juicy chicken, grilled peppers and onions, all wrapped in a flour tortilla. It's back for a limited time at Whataburger. Stephen Pearl provides the 60-second scout of Ole Miss. We'll have our pregame conversation with Bruce Pearl as always, plus Coach Dickey's keys, all coming up over the next half hour ahead of tip-off between the Tigers and Rebels in Oxford. The CB&S Bank countdown tip-off continues in a moment.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out Forte, Soul, and don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn Athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Whoa, Rico.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Well, the Auburn Tigers are in town, which means they're revved up over in Rebelville. Another top 25 matchup, another quad one opportunity for your top-ranked Tigers. Let's dive into today's opponent a little bit more. Guys talked about it a bit in the first segment. Let's really dive in here. Chris Beard is in his second year at Ole Miss. His team is 16-5 overall, 5-3 in conference play. They started 4-0 in the league, beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, then lost 3 in a row before fending off Texas in a great game Wednesday night to get back in the win column. Matthew Morrell led the Rebels in scoring last season. In fact, Morrell led the team in scoring the last 2 seasons. But this year, Beard added transfers Sean Padula and Jalen Murray, a couple of smaller, quicker guards who together average almost 26 points and more than 7 assists per ball game. That pair is also playing over 31 minutes per game each in league play. Let's get more on the Rebels now in our 60-second scout from Auburn's associate head coach, Stephen Pearl.
A really talented bunch. You got their top 6 guys it's almost like 6 guards out there, even at the big positions. You got 6 guys that all shoot over 30% from 3, guys that don't turn the ball over, guys that are talented putting the ball on the floor and making plays off the bounce. So with that being said, this is really important for all of our guys to understand personnel more than anything, because if you get switched off onto any matchup, you got to know exactly if that guy wants to drive it left, drive it right, if he can shoot threes, if he can shoot mid-ranges, what he wants to finish with the rim. So our guys really got to do a good job of understanding personnel, understanding what we have to do on the defensive end, because we may do a decent amount of switching in this game because they have so many, skilled and talented players. And then on the offensive end, they lead our conference and they're tops in the country in turning teams over, getting steals. And what they do is they send you baseline and then they send bodies and they try and get you to throw tough passes, and then they get out and get going in transition. So we got to do a great job of limiting their points in transition because they don't want to go against our half-court defense. We have to sprint back and build a wall, got to limit our turnovers, and we got to do a great job of putting pressure on the rim when they do switch us and make good passes and make the extra pass, and we got to knock shots down the road.
That 60-second scout is presented by the Raymond J. Harbert College of Business, home to 7 top 25 programs in the U.S. News and World Report rankings. These two teams are among the best in the country at valuing possessions. They're both under 10 turnovers a game, which ranks in the top 6 nationally. Both do. In conference games only, Auburn is 4th in scoring offense, Ole Miss 3rd in scoring defense. Pretty balanced. Rebels are 10th in scoring offense, while the Tigers are 2nd in scoring defense. LSU had only lost once at home before Wednesday night when Auburn went to Baton Rouge and won. Ole Miss, likewise, has lost just once at the Pavilion this season. Bruce Pearl is 3-0 all-time against Chris Beard. Their first meeting, 2016 in Cancun, when Beard was with Texas Tech. Then, of course, Auburn won both meetings against Ole Miss last season by double figures. Tigers had to overcome a 13-point first-half deficit in the victory in Oxford last year. We'll get the head coach's keys to another road win when you hear the Bruce Pearl pregame report. That follows these announcements. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For loving expert care for your pets, visit Moores Mill Animal Hospital, located at 2120 Moores Mill Road. Their skilled team is dedicated to keeping your furry friends healthy and happy. Moores Mill Animal Hospital offers spay, neuter, vaccines, boarding, and much more. Moores Mill Animal Hospital, where pets are family. Call us today at 334-821-7739 or visit mmvets.com. Experience the Moores Mill Animal Hospital difference today.
Do you live in Lee County? You are eligible for a Max Credit Union account. Working in Lee County? you're eligible for a Max Credit Union account. Listening to this radio ad right now, 99% chance you are eligible to have a Max Credit Union account. At Max Credit Union, if you live, work, worship, or attend school in Lee or one of our 26 other counties, you are eligible to open an account with Max. Come see us in Auburn or Opelika or get started now at mymax.com. Some restrictions apply.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment 334-749-8303 or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Ford presents our exclusive pre-game visit with head coach Bruce Pearl.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
Auburn Tigers on the road, and another sold-out crowd to greet the Auburn Tigers here today.
You know, you could just feel the atmosphere even last night in town. You know, just obviously Ole Miss not a very big place. Brandy, my wife, came on this trip. She came last year. We won, so I wanted to, you know, I'm not superstitious, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. And we just walked around downtown. You know, you could just feel the energy. This is a big game for both teams. You know, Ole Miss is already given Alabama their only loss, and Alabama was picked to win this league, and obviously they're ranked in the top 4 country. So they got good players. They've got a very deep roster. They're very, very invested in the NIL, and they got this is the most talented Ole Miss team that I've seen since I've been in the SEC, including my days at Tennessee.
So many times this season when you have faced really good ball clubs, it has been led by the perimeter players. And that's the case here today with Padula and Murray and Morrell. I mean, this is really a talented guard squad.
Yeah, and then Brakefield plays the 4 as an undersized 4, and he's like a guard. And the transfer from Seton Hall, but same thing. So this is a team that, unlike let's say LSU is a team we played last time. They had a couple of really talented guards with skill, and then just great athletes. You know, just great athletes. Okay, this is a team of 8 or 9 really good basketball players. You know, so even their center and their frontline guys are skilled and they can shoot, and so all 5 guys can pass and they can shoot and they can make plays, and so it'll be a really interesting matchup to see, you know, how we can guard that skill level. Now we are bigger, and we need to hurt those guys on the offensive glass. And kind of like Texas A&M, they guard differently. They switch everything. They guard way differently than everybody in the league. So we've not seen anybody all year that'll play like this, and it'll bother some teams. And you know it bothers some teams because Ole Miss turns people over 16 times a game. It leads our league and one of the tops in the nation because you just don't see that all the time, and it can be very, very disruptive.
Plus 6'6", that's the best in the SEC in turnover margin, and number 3 in the country. You said coming out of Tennessee, you said coming out of LSU, that this Auburn ball club has to get better. Specifically, where do you want to see this? Where does this team need to get better?
Well, you know, and I got asked that question the other day in a press conference, and I said, you know, I'm going to hold off on that because not that everybody's paying attention to our pregame show that's scouting us, but you know, there are some areas that I feel like we can make progress. I thought, like for example, I thought we ran the break better against LSU than we had in a while, and I thought that. I thought our guys ran without the ball really well, and we got some easy ones, you know. And when you play against better defenses, you've got to get that ball down the floor a little sooner, and you got to trust your guys a little bit more. to make good decisions in transition, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that at LSU. Same thing will be against Ole Miss. Again, like us, people are running on us, Andy, because our drop back defense is really good. We get all 5 guys back, we're hard to score against. So I thought that was an area that we made progress, but we've not shot it as well, and our guards haven't shot the ball as well. Their shooting percentages aren't what they were a little earlier in the year, and it's not that we're playing better teams. Perhaps the book is out in the sense that you're early in the year, not sure what everybody can do. Now after all these games, okay, this is what these guys are good at. We know from our standpoint against Ole Miss, a personnel scout's really important against Ole Miss. We got to know what their tendencies are. We got to take those tendencies away and see if they can beat us doing something else.
What do you see from Ole Miss from a defensive standpoint here today?
Well, again, switching 1 through 5, different than anything we played against. Active hands, try to turn you over, and if we can, take care of the ball, hurt them on the offensive glass, then we'll be successful offensively.
Maybe I make too much of this, but this isn't the only sold-out crowd that Auburn has played in front of. What's the key? I mean, you've been here many times in your career. What's the key to going in? And I don't know if taking the crowd out of the game is the right way to put it, but going into an atmosphere like this one today.
I think typically to win on the road, you have to play well early. And, we did not play particularly well early. We scored against South Carolina, but so did they. We played really well early at Georgia. We didn't play great the first 3 or 4 minutes against LSU. That could have been dangerous, but we settled down, and I think that's a real key. And there are a lot of elements you got to overcome. A home crowd is going to elevate Ole Miss's play. This will be the biggest, most exciting crowd that they'll play in at home, and so they elevate that. Now, and then the other thing to us, will the intensity of the crowd bother some of your players? It'll be hard to communicate. It'll be loud when they make their runs. It'll energize the building. And there's just a lot of things you have to overcome.
You have been able to come from behind in this building in years past, erase leads in this building in years past.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to spot them much of a lead, but we have. I think the last couple times we've won here, we've been down the first half, and even I told our guys in preparation for this game, even our game at home last year where we blew them out, it was tied in the 30s early. So, Ole Miss has got a good club, and. We put one on them at our place at the end last year, and I'm sure they'll be ready to play.
All the best today, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Hawk's work boots are built from the simple idea that those who feed, build, and fuel the nation shouldn't have to compromise on work boots. Available only at Boot Barn, Hawks constructs high-quality, field-tested work boots that provide unmatched protection and support for workers across all industries. Safety toe boots that are puncture-resistant, slip-resistant, and built with cushioned insoles for all-day comfort. Hawks is built to last. Hawks work boots, only at Boot Barn.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
You're listening to Auburn Basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off.
Auburn and Ole Miss coming up from Oxford. Pregame medical report presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Devil Arena and every Auburn Athletics home event. Everybody listed as available. Nobody on the availability report for either side. Obviously, it's Janai Broom's third game back from the ankle injuries. Played 33 minutes in each of the last two, and all eyes will be on him and his effectiveness again today against this Ole Miss team. Let's go back to Oxford now, to the Pavilion, and bring in Coach Randall Dickey and get his keys to the game. What are your keys, Coach?
Well, I'm going to go a little bit different today. I'm going to say my number one thing is the consistent level of play. The Tigers must maintain a consistent level of play throughout the 40 minutes, facing the toughest home crowd of the season. The emotions are extremely high in here. It's imperative to maintain our composure and be persistent to achieve, and that's important, especially here today. And as excited as this crowd is, they've got to have a lot of stick-to-itiveness. The second thing I think is we got to execute both offensively and defensively, carry out the assignments, and that'll consistently make the level of play much, much better. And the last thing is the Tigers lead the SEC in assist-to-turnover ratio. I don't think there's a game that we have played this season that today is even more relevant than it will be when we look back on it at the end.
Really good stuff there. Let me ask you one follow-up question before we hit our last break of pregame. There's so much talk about the atmosphere, talk about number one teams, and you go from the hunter to the hunted. How does this team, how do the coaches keep this team in the mentality that they're not the hunted or the prey, they're the hunter, they're the predator? How do you keep that attitude?
Well, I think there's a number of things. I think you got to first look at the university. We've won 9 men's championships and 6 women's championships, 15 overall. That's in the top 40 in the nation. The ethos of this university has a championship mentality, and I think that oozes into each team that competes. You've got all the teams. The baseball's been to the College World Series in the last 5 or 6 years twice. You've just coming off a national championship with a golf team. The equestrian team has won multiple national titles in the last few years. So the success of the entire program drifts in. You become absorbed in the fabric of that. But being able to want to achieve this specific team, want to achieve consistently, it's their successes in stone. They must be hungry and continue to work each day. Biggest thing is to stay healthy, and I think this team has it.
I love it. I'm fired up now. I think everybody else is too. Can't wait for the call. Voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, Coach Randall Dickey. It's coming your way. Coach's Keys presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Starting lineups in the opening tip straight ahead. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Okoro, Purifoy to Okoro. Drives right past Neesmith to the hole and jams it with the right hand with a foul. Woo! Woo!
You have always been my favorite.
Hello, Powder Springs, Georgia.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
People have been yelling at us online for years to bring back the Whataburger Monterey Melt, and we're finally doing it. The Monterey Melt is back with 2 slices of melty cheese, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch, all on 2 fresh beef patties. We didn't do it because of the comments, posts, replies, emails, or vaguely threatening letters. You can't tell us what to do. You're not in charge of us. Our boss is. And she said to bring it back. The Monterey Melt is back at Whataburger. Available for a limited time. What a burger!
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting five.
Left wing, free ball, Denver short. He runs down his own rebound. Drives to the hole, up and under, and in. At the top, Denver three. Yes, Denver a three. Good for Auburn!
Great movement. When Auburn is at their best, they take the ball from one side of the floor to the other, and they did, and found Denver Jones wide open for a three-point shot.
Denver Jones, New Market, Alabama, Memphis Day Academy.
Ahead, Miles Kelly. Kelly waits for numbers. Just drives to the hole, up and in.
Nice play, coast to coast.
Low post pass for Miles. Turnaround jumper, good. Miles Kelly, great bang.
Oh, boy, that looked good going through from a deep corner. The ball just barely did wrinkle the net.
Out to the top. Miles Kelly to tie it. Bang!
Miles Kelly, Stone Mountain, Georgia, Parkview High School, Hargrave Military Academy.
Chad Baker-Mazara on the right wing. Spins. Outside the arc, pops a long three. Good. Right wing three, Chad Baker. It's good!
Big three ball. Auburn Tigers are carving them up on the offensive end.
Left wing pass, Chad Baker-Mazara. Penetrates, drive, up with a shot. Good! And a foul! He went in backwards and knocked that one home.
Chad Baker-Mazara, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Colonia High School.
Fadeaway, Janai, 13-footer, didn't get it. Rebound, Cardwell in traffic. Out to the top, Janai. 4-3, good!
Unbelievable.
12 to shoot. Broom down the lane to the hole, dumps it with two hands. Janai had taken three, drives, up with three, bang! Tap up by Broom, it's good!
Janai Broom, Plant City, Florida, Tampa Catholic High School.
Dylan Cardwell down the lane with a running one-hander. Good! Lobs it. Cardwell to the hole. One hand, right hand. Emma. A career day for DC. Lobs it. Cardwell dumps it. Oh, and an alley-oop. Dear goodness.
Unbelievable high-low action between Broom and Cardwell, and Dylan knows what to do with it point blank.
Dylan Cardwell, Augusta, Georgia, McEachern High School.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn 19-1 on the season, 7-0 in the Southeastern Conference, #1 across all of the polls, the matrices, and the ratings. Bruce Pearl in his 11th season, a school record, 219 wins, 120 losses. In his 30th season as a head coach, a record of 681 and 265. Before the starting lineups for Ole Miss, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Ole Miss 16-5 on the season, 5-3 in the SEC, ranked number 23 in the coaches and the AP poll. Chris Beard in his second season, a record of 36-17 in Oxford, 13th season. 273-115 the record. Sean Padula runs the point, 6'1" senior from Edmond, Oklahoma, 14.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 3.7 assists. Jalen Murray on one wing, 5'11" senior from the Bronx, New York, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Matthew Morrell on the other wing, 6'4" senior from Memphis, 10.8 points, 5 rebounds, 2.4 assists. Dre Davis at the 4, 6'6" senior out of Indianapolis, Indiana, 9.9 points, 4.8 rebounds, and Malik Dia at the 5, a 6'9" junior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 9.7 points, 6 rebounds. The officials today had Adams, Courtney Green, and Patrick Evans. In spite of the fact that Auburn is on the road, the Tigers are wearing their home whites today. Blue numerals and lettering, orange trim. The powder blues for Ole Miss today with the red numerals and lettering and the white trim in front of a sold-out, geeked-out crowd here in Oxford today.
Oh, the Tigers look good.
The tap controlled by Ole Miss. We're underway. Auburn will move to the basket to our left. As Murray brings it forward, throws to Padula down the right side for Dia. Dia inside the arc, out to the top of the circle for Dre Davis. Davis picks up the dribble, top of the circle for Dia. Dia, 3 ball, straight away, didn't get it. High, rebound, fought for, Broom pulls it in for Auburn. Ahead to Denver Jones. Between the circles, Denver rolls right wing, gets the ball there to Chad Baker-Mazara. He's picked up by Padula. Gets a screen from Janai. In the key, backs it out. Underneath for Janai, off the glass. And Padula starts the other way for Ole Miss.
Just a little bit of a miscue on the pass there. They had Broom wide open, and the ball floated on him just a little bit.
Murrell, top of the key. Back door to Padula, never got there. Comes off the right side now for Davis. Underneath, ball stripped away into the wing, down to the baseline. Spin by Dia there on the left side. And he throws a pass out of bounds.
Looks like both teams are a little bit tight. Yes, are a little bit too high right now. Trying to do things a little bit abnormal than what they normally do.
Yeah, because neither one of these teams turns the ball over very much, and both have won on their first couple trips down the floor. Denver Jones across midcourt, left-hand dribble. Spins to the top of the circle, picks up the dribble, throws to Broom against Padula. Whips a pass to the corner. Chad Baker-Mazara, three, good.
That's one of the great traits Janai Broom has, as he finds open shooters on the wing and got Mazara right off the bat.
Davis drives to the hole and he draws a foul underneath. And the foul will go against Miles Kelly. Well, you've got to get back fast. Every single time, whether you make a shot, miss a shot, make a free throw, miss a free throw, it doesn't matter. You better get your tail back on defense against Ole Miss.
It's going to be fun. The speed of the game is going to be extremely high.
Davis, 68% from the line, missed the first free throw. As a team, this is a good free throw shooting Ole Miss team at 73.2 percentage points a game. 3-0 Auburn, 18:39 to go in the first half of play. Second free throw is good by Davis. 3-1 Auburn lead.
You're going to see a little bit of a full court pressure by the Rebels just to worry the Tigers up the floor.
Denver Jones, top of the circle for Cardwell. Kelly to the right wing for Denver. Down to the low post, it was kicked. He was trying to feed Janai Broom to the basket, and Auburn will have 20 on the shot clock and will trigger down the right sideline.
One of the things the Tigers will really have to pay attention today is the Rebels switch. Man to man, they switch almost on every ball screen and every interchange on the perimeter and inside.
Broom, the inbound Cardwell around the perimeter. Chad Baker, long three at the top. Miles, swish!
Wow, this is from a different area code by Miles Kelly. Throttles in a big three-point shot.
6-1 Auburn on top. Ole Miss basketball. Jalen Murray working on Miles at the top. Right side for Malik Dia. They all shoot the three. Dia, 18-footer, left side good.
He's a really good player. He's a big player. He can play on the perimeter and inside, but he is certainly a perimeter scoring threat.
Career started at Vandy. He came to Ole Miss from Belmont. 6-3 Auburn. Broom down the left side. Working there against Murrell. Now double teamed at the top. It's Miles. Miles, left wing Denver. Shot clock at 9. Drives, goes up. It was blocked. Dia ahead for him. Padula drives to the hole off the glass. It's good.
A little bit of a miscue by Denver Jones on the drive. He actually lost his shoe, turned it over, turned into a layup by the Rebels.
6-5 Auburn, 17-20 in the first, and a steal. Padula took it away, ball kicked. That's Auburn ball. Padula kicked it out of bounds. Boy, your passes have to be so crisp today. Denver's going to come out. I don't think he's real happy about coming out, but Pettiford is in for Auburn, the 6'1 freshman out of Jersey City, New Jersey.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on the ball handlers today, and Denver is a good player, just back-to-back turnovers. I think they want to just let him get a breather, get a drink of water, and then they'll rotate him back in.
Jamin Brakefield, the transfer from Duke, is in. They're bigger underneath now at 6'8". Pettiford, right side, Chad Baker-Mazara. Had a three, didn't take it. Out to the top for Janai. 19 to shoot for Auburn. Janai, free throw line. And he walked, drug his pivot foot. That's Auburn's fourth turnover in the first nearly 3 minutes of the ball game.
It looks like the spacing of the Tigers' offense is a little bit too close together. And one thing about this arena is the crowd is right on top of you, right next to each the sideline and the baseline, which feels like it's a smaller court.
It's a lot like Neville, isn't it?
It sure is.
Padula, left wing, Murrell. Dia to the right wing, Brakefield. Puts it up, it's good, it's a three.
Brakefield is a guy who's one of the better sixth men in the league, can really shoot it, can score. Looks like the Rebels got a little momentum going right here.
7-0 run by Ole Miss. They lead 7-6, 16:35 in the first, and another steal. Murrell the other way for the Rebels. Drives, knocked away and out of bounds off of Miles Kelly. It's Ole Miss ball. And here comes Chaney Johnson in the lineup, replacing Dylan Cardwell. Auburn has turned it over 5 times already. 5 or 4 of those coming in the last 1 minute 52 seconds as Murray replaces Murrell.
That's one thing that the Rebels hang their hat on. They play excellent help side defense. If you put the ball over your head and telegraph the pass, they're going to run through it.
David Barnes is also in for Ole Miss right now. Rebel ball out of bounds near the left corner. Padula. Inbound. Drive. Dia. Up and good. 9-0 run by Ole Miss. 9-6 Rebels. Pettiford across midcourt, drives right wing, gets the ball to Chad Baker. A double high screen, maintains the dribble, 16 to shoot. Crossover, Chad Baker, step back 3, straight away, good.
He really shoot the ball. He's already made 1 3 earlier. He got that. We need to get Mazzara involved in the offense each trip down.
10-9 Ole Miss on top, 15:57 in the first. Dia, left-hand dribble, out at the top. Broom steps out on him. Off the left wing, Brakefield. Open for a 3, didn't take it. Head fake twice. Spins down the lane to the hole. He missed it. In and out. Rebound. Fought for. It's out of bounds off of Auburn. And it takes us to our first media timeout. First half today presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. 15:42 in the first. Ole Miss 10, Auburn 9. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
It's 3 a.m. You could be ordering Whataburger, but you're not. You're staring at the ceiling thinking about that one time in 2003 when you told the whole class that your dad was personal friends with George Washington and that he sends you Christmas presents. Wouldn't you rather be eating a honey butter chicken biscuit? Crispy chicken drizzled with sweet honey butter sauce, all wrapped up with a fresh biscuit. And it's available at Whataburger, 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Think about breakfast, not George Washington. What a burger.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to the superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. Protect your home and business with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Alabama Power is proud to present this broadcast of Auburn basketball. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
With Randall Dickey, Andy Bertram from the Pavilion in Oxford, Mississippi. Auburn trails 10-9. 15:42 to go in the first half of play. Ole Miss is playing its basketball right now. They forced 5 Auburn turnovers and have turned that, Randall, into 7 early points.
Well, I think that's one of the 2 negatives in that first segment. I think the Tigers were a little bit emotional right off the bat. I think they got caught up in it, tried to do some things a little bit out of character, returned it over certainly 5 times, which is very uncharacteristic of this team. But we've got some positives. Mazzara's hit 2 threes. Miles Kelly's hit a deep 3. Need to get a little bit of balance. We'll try to jam the ball inside, try to get something functioning around the basket where we have some balanced scoring from inside and out. It's going to be interesting to see the adjustments from both benches when they come out of this timeout here.
It's a sellout crowd today in Oxford. Over 9,500 at the Pavilion. Both teams have gone to their benches early. Chaney Johnson into the Auburn lineup, along with Tahad Pettiford for the Tigers. Along with Miles Kelly, Chad Baker-Mazzara, and Janai Broom. Padula, Murray, Barnes, Brakefield, and Davis, the 5 for the Rebels.
Got a baseline out of bounds for the Ole Miss Rebels right here. Let's see if the Tigers can snuff them, get a hand on it, make a deflection, maybe come up with a steal.
Padula will trigger into the corner for Murray, left side to the wing, and out to the top it comes for Barnes. Right wing Padula against Broom. Head fake, 3-ball over Janai, good.
Padula's a really good player. He's a good three-point shooter. He's an emotional spark for this Ole Miss club.
13-9, Rebels lead it. 15-20 in the first. Pettiford, hesitation move, drives baseline. Back to the wing, Chaney Johnson right side. Drives, gets cut off. Nearly lost the ball, gets it. Right wing for Pettiford to the baseline. Running one-hander, he didn't get it. Broom with the rebound, goes back up and he's fouled. Ooh, and Janai is holding his left shoulder.
He got hammered pretty good on that retrieve off the rebound, offensive rebound, and then the stick back. He got hit pretty hard.
That's the shoulder that that is not the shoulder. That's his shooting shoulder.
Yes.
That's the other shoulder. And he is underneath the basket and trying to loosen that shoulder back up. The foul was called against Brakefield. It's the first in the game for the Rebels. And Janai will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
It's good to see him active on the glass. I thought the stick back was going to go down. It just didn't. But then they forced the foul.
2 free throws for Janai. The first is short. Well, it barely got to the iron.
Yeah, he was a little stiff on that one right there. He's got to use his body a little bit, go back to his routine.
If he makes this free throw, he'll come out for Cardwell. 13-9 Ole Miss. Janai's second free throw is good. And he'll come out now, and Cardwell is in. And Janai will get some care from Auburn athletic trainer Clark Pearson.
Auburn's going to try to apply a little bit more full court pressure now.
Do not guard the inbounder. That is Padula. Auburn has hit 3 threes in the first half, 2 for Ole Miss. They break the press. Murray, free throw line, knocked out of his hand from behind by Chad Baker-Mazara, and it comes to Pettiford. Splits a double team. Top of the circle, right side, Chad Baker-Mazara, 3. Air ball. And a rebound pulled on the weak side by David Barnes. Up the right side on the wing for Murray. To Barnes at the point, left wing Padula. Stop and pop 3, no. Rebound, fought for to the floor, out of bounds off Padula. Auburn gets it with 14:40 to go in the first half. And the Tigers trailing 13-10. Ole Miss back to its bench. Matthew Morrell is in, replacing Murray at the 2 guard. Also, Malik Dia back into the lineup at the 5, replacing Jamin Brakefield. Auburn trails by 3, 14:40 to go in the first half of play. They press. Pettiford walks it across midcourt, switches to the right hand, drives to the right wing. At the top, Chad Baker penetrates, drives into the corner, and a foul is called on the drive. It'll be on the drive. And the foul goes against Dre Davis. Miles Kelly out. Denver Jones is in. Chris Moore replaces Chad Baker-Mazara.
You're going to see a lot. It's going to be a track meet at the scores table today because the emotions are high and they're burning a lot of energy. So you're going to see both coaches substitute quite frequently.
Out of bounds, baseline right, inbound Chris Moore to the wing right side, Pettiford. At the top, it's Cardwell. Back to Pettiford. Auburn trails by 3. 13 seconds on the shot clock as Pettiford backs up near the right sideline against Sean Padula. Between the legs dribble twice. Long 3, Pettiford, no. Weak side rebound pulled in by Ole Miss. Pettiford or Padula runs it down in the corner. Murray up the floor for the Rebels. Murray on the wing. Right side drive, Davis. Davis, free throw line. Underneath, fadeaway jumper, didn't get it. Oh, long rebound. Cardwell pulls it in for Auburn.
Good defensive board play right then by the Tigers.
Pettiford at the top. Picked up by Malik Dia. There's got to be a mismatch somewhere underneath. Pettiford to the wing. Chris Moore. Off the top for Denver Jones. 13 to shoot. Denver to the free throw line. Head fake, leans in, up with the right hand. Good.
Beautiful one-on-one move from the top. Created his shot around the free throw line, made a shot fake, and then scored.
Ole Miss ball quickly up the floor. Murray near the left corner, goes baseline to the basket, tried to force it up, and drew a foul on Chris Moore. And that's all he was trying to do there. He was pinned underneath the basket. He had no shot at the basket, but he drew the foul on Chris Moore.
He's a really good player. Kind of how he goes, so goes the Rebels. He kind of makes them go.
Burrell, 6'4", senior out of Memphis, all-time leader with 138 games here. Free throw is up, and it is in and out.
Yeah, his stats is unbelievable. You know, he's 10th in Ole Miss scoring in the history. He's number 4 in three-point attempts. He's 9th in the most field goals attempted in the history, and he's 7th in career steals. He has been an outstanding Ole Miss Rebel.
Out of Memphis, played at IMG Academy. Second free throw is good. And Ole Miss leads by 2, 14-12, 13-20 in the first. Pettiford walks it across midcourt. Left wing, lobs it underneath, tried to get it to Cardwell, it just didn't get there. Steal by Barnes the other way to Padula, to the corner. 3-ball, Ole Miss, short. Rebound, Cardwell for Auburn. Morrell missed the 3. Here's Auburn the other way in a hurry. Pettiford at the left wing, gets a screen, lobs it down the left side for Chaney Johnson. Working on Murrell, backs him up, backs him to the baseline. Turnaround jumper by Chaney, good!
Really good move. The one-on-one play today is, up to this point, has really worked well for the Tigers, both by Jones and right then by Chaney Johnson. Really good move.
Auburn 3 of 5 from 3, Ole Miss 2 of 5 from 3. Padula, low post. Inside the arc, it's Brown Jones working on Cardwell. In the lane, head fake, up, missed it, rebound Cardwell. Really good defense by Cap. A chance for Auburn to take the lead here. Pettiford on the left wing. 12-16 in the first, we're tied at 14. Pettiford working there against David Barnes. Cardwell back to Tahad. Ball over his head, right wing Denver. Backs it up with 10 to shoot. 3-ball Denver Jones, yeah!
The Tigers are splashing it from deep today. What a shot by Denver Jones.
Auburn by 3. Auburn's 4th 3 of the first half of play. Padula at the left wing for the Rebels. Tigers up 17-14. And a foul is called out on the left wing defensively against Auburn. Takes us to a timeout. Hey, find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of RE/MAX Paradise. Visit Mindy at paradise.com. 11:48 in the first. Auburn 17, Ole Miss 14. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Moves to the right and shoots a jumper. Missed everything, and up for the rebound is Chris Porter to Doc. Baseball pass, front court, Brian Smith. Baseline, 8-footer, in and out, no good. Oh, my goodness, what a jam by Porter. Oh,
Brad's taking it out.
Hello, Abbeville, Alabama, a one-handed slam. Get ready, ESPN, that's a highlight.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
Brad Law, Auburn Sports Network Studios. Quick check of the Yellowwood scoreboard before we get you back to Oxford. Remember when Florida beat Tennessee by 30 in Gainesville? Vols returned the favor almost to the same extent today. Beat the Gators by 20, and they were shorthanded in doing it. Tennessee snaps a 2-game slide. Meanwhile, it's number 20 Missouri trying to run Mississippi State out of its own gym. The Tigers lead the 14th-ranked Bulldogs 66-42 with 10.5 minutes to go at the hump. Now let's get you back to Oxford. Rejoin the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
11:48 remaining in the first half here. Bradford, Auburn on top 17-14. Tigers are 4 of 6 from 3, have minimized their turnovers for the last couple minutes. Ole Miss, on the other hand, 0 of its last 4. Auburn has hit its last 3 field goals. Rebels don't have a field goal in the last 3:44. And Auburn has out-rebounded Ole Miss, Randall, 7-3 early on, 5 rebounds total for Janai Broome and Dylan Cardwell. Janai is up. He went out earlier with what appeared to be an injured left shoulder. We do not have a report, but he remains on the bench right now for Auburn.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay, but I think both teams are playing very well. The Auburn Tigers' level of play has been very, very consistent, but both teams, due to the heavy scouting of each other's offense, the one-on-one defense, once you run your offense and the initial play is shut down, one-on-one is left to play. The perimeter guards of Auburn have been outstanding. Lazar's hits 2, Jones and Kelly's hit 1 apiece. The efficiency has been very consistent.
Cheney Johnson, by the way, picked up the foul before the timeout break. Out of bounds baseline left for the Rebels. They throw to Brakefield, almost out of bounds to Dia at the top. Around the perimeter, right side for Barnes, David Barnes. Out to the top for Brakefield. Brakefield, right wing now for Murray. Murray gets a screen. Moore picks him up in the switch. Murray, top of the key, straightaway 3. No. Brakefield pushed up to get the rebound. Jones stayed with it. Here's Auburn the other way. Underneath. Alley-oop intended, and it was missed by Cheney. And here's Ole Miss the other way. Barnes, wide open 3 right wing. He missed it. Rebound comes to Pettiford. He looks to break again. Pulls up at the right sideline. Tigers lead it 17-14. 11:08 in the first half. Rebels 5 of 7 from 3. Pettiford near the right corner, goes baseline. Drives underneath. Cardwell goes up for a dunk. He missed it. May have been blocked by Dia. And here's the Rebels the other way. Murrell to Murray to Brakefield. Had fake it free, and he walked.
That was an unbelievable move by Tahad Pettiford just then. He laid it right to Dylan Cardwell.
And a great hesitation move.
I'm not sure he didn't get fouled on that, Andy.
All right, he will come out, Will Dylan, and Broome is back into the lineup for the Tigers. We will watch that left shoulder for Janai. Auburn by 3, 10:52 in the first half. Rebels have gone 2 minutes and 30 seconds without scoring. Eduardo Klafke is in, a freshman out of France. Plate out of Brazil, I should say. Murray checks out of the lineup for the Rebels, and Padula is back in for Ole Miss.
I think you're going to see a good set play right here. We'll see what the Tigers are going to try to get something inside and then pitch it out for an open 3 if it's not there.
Pettiford double high screen off the right wing. Diaz sets into him. Into the left corner for Chris Moore. To the wing. Moore, double team, lobs it underneath for Broome, who's triple team. Broome out to the top for Denver. Denver to the free throw line, drives underneath Broome. Head fake off the glass, and that's good.
Outstanding team basketball right there. Everybody touched the basketball. Had a good penetration by Jones and a spoon feed Janai Broome around that basket.
SunSouth drive of the game, SunSouth John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Fadeaway, Dia for the Rebels. He didn't get it. Rebound Broome, and Moore pushed off of Brakefield to get the rebound. And Ole Miss will keep it.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a big lid on that basket because of the Auburn Tigers defense, but just kind of got caught shoving off a little bit, trying to create a better positioning on the defensive rebound.
Second foul on Chris Moore, by the way, and he will come out. Chad Bacon-Mazar races to the scorer's table and comes in to replace Chris. Auburn by 5, 19-14, 10-10 to go in the first half. Rebel ball out of bounds, baseline right.
Chris Moore always gives the Tigers good minutes, consistent defense, and effort.
Brakefield to the wing. Padula has to run it down nearly midcourt. Drives to the right wing, penetrates, runs into his own guy, loses the ball, and here's Auburn the other way. Pettiford, right corner, Cheney. One dribble, back out to the perimeter for Pettiford, looks to the Auburn bench, 20 to shoot. Auburn by 5, Tiger ball, 16 on the shot clock. Johnson, left wing, drive. Jones to the hole, and was fouled on the drive and the basket attempt. And the foul will go against Dre Davis, I think. If it is, it's his second. And it will put Denver Jones at the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. Yep, that is the second foul on Dre Davis.
I really like Denver Jones's look today. He's putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim.
Agreed.
Making the defense collapse. That time he got fouled, and we love seeing him at the free throw line.
92% from the stripe this season. First free throw. It's good.
Such a good player and one of the best defenders in not only in the SEC but around the country at the guard position. He usually draws the toughest offensive player from the opposing team, but it's good to see him look offensive today in his mentality on the attack.
Morrell is in, replacing Davis, who goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Auburn by 6, 20-14. It's an 8-0 run by Auburn in the last 3 minutes and 5 seconds. 11-1 run in the last 5:22. Denver knocks home both. That rattled around the rim but fell through. 21-14 Auburn. They get a break and Dia jams it.
They run what you call an old-time sideline break after a made free throw. They get it in quick, throw it to the lane line, to the mid-court, and then got a streaking Dia to the basket.
21-16 Auburn. Pettiford walks it across midcourt. Top of the circle, Chaney. Right sideline for Chad Baker-Mazzara. Left-hand dribble, switches to the right. Inside the arc for Janai. Against Dia. Spins past it. Out to the top, ball deflected to Pettiford. Off the left wing for Denver. 7 to shoot. Denver to the baseline. Cut off there. Out to the top, Pettiford. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Gets free. Floating Yogi. Yeah, he baked it
Yogi
in.
Goes down. What a shot by Tahad Pettiford. And hit with. Make sure everybody knows he shot it with his offhand that time on his.
Sure did. He went with the right hand there, didn't he?
Oh, that was outstanding.
23-16 Auburn. Dia, top of the circle for the Rebs. Back door for Brakefield to the hole. It's good. And a foul on Chaney Johnson.
Ole Miss had good interior passing that time from Dia to Brakefield. Kind of caught Chaney Johnson sleeping just a little bit.
Auburn thought that was a ticky-tack foul called against Chaney. It's his second. He will come out, and Jaheim Hudson is in. 6'7" senior from Hinesville, Georgia. Also Pettiford out as Miles Kelly returns to the lineup. So it's Kelly and Jones and Chad Baker-Mazzara, Broom, and Hudson for Auburn. David Barnes back into the lineup with his 2 fouls for the Rebels. He joins Padula and Morrell and Brakefield and Dia. Brakefield for the and 1, and he missed it. Rebound to Janai Broom. 23-18 Auburn. Tigers about rebounded Ole Miss 10-6 in this first half. Jones at the top runs the point. 2 Turtle. Underneath for Janai. To the hole, up with the left hand. He didn't get it. Rebound for Ole Miss. Here's Padula the other way for the Rebels. On the wing, picked up by Miles. Padula between the legs, dribble, transfer out of Virginia Tech. It's Brakefield at the top. Auburn leads 23-18. Rebels ball. Dia, right wing. Head fake at 3. Puts up a 3. He didn't get it. That was an air ball that goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you, Ole Miss is feeling pretty good about themselves. They're letting their big step out, shoot 3s. They had the 2-man play going pretty good between Dia and Brakefield. I don't think Ole Miss coaches like that offensive possession, but we're going to give the Tigers a nudge on defense on that.
There you go. Auburn by 5, Tiger ball. We approach the 8-minute mark of the first half. Double high post screen for Denver Jones. Picks it up, hits Miles Kelly on the left wing against Padula. Head fake, drives past Padula, down to the baseline, wrap around Broom. It never got there. Knocked out of bounds by Ole Miss, and it takes us to a timeout break. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. 7:50 in the first. Auburn 23, Ole Miss 18. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, Let's go places. Lease a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $379 a month for 39 months. Offer valid through February 3rd, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $36.78 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Conecuh Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh Sausage, since 1947, a real winner.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
The Alabama Department of Public Health reminds you, don't wait, vaccinate. Stay current on all vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more.
Auburn had 6 turnovers 3.5 minutes into this ball game, and Ole Miss was taking advantage. Our buddy Chuck Galena, who's working on the TV side today, just passed this on. Since that mark, Auburn does not have a turnover, and the points off turnovers, Randall, is now even at 7 apiece. 6 turnovers for Auburn and 5 for the Rebels. And that's odd numbers for both teams because neither of these teams turn the ball over very often.
Well, that's true. And I think the level of play has been really consistent. The Tigers finally kind of withstood the initial wave of right off the bat, and the emotions kind of settled into their game. They've been really consistent. Auburn's defense has been really, really good. They have really snuffed the Ole Miss Rebels. The thing about their offense, they've got wide open looks on the plays, but it's kind of like you're open and then you're not open because Ole Miss is playing really, really well.
You're not open very long, are you?
So the timing of the passes is crucial, which has created one-on-one plays, and we've been fortunate, but I'm excited about this coming up. I've always been a big believer in the Auburn Tigers special teams after timeout, and this baseline out of bounds.
By the way, rebounding continues to be solely in Auburn's favor, 11-7. Chris Moore back into the lineup. Remember, he has 2 fouls. He joins Kelly, Broom, Hudson, and Denver Jones. Janai will trigger baseline left. Auburn flattens it out against the baseline.
It'll be interesting to see. We'll create a shot right here somehow, some way. Jam the ball inside or fan it out for a shooter.
Broom off the inbound, head fake off the glass. Good, boy, nice head fake by Janai. He has 5 and Auburn leads by 7.
That's easy money for Janai Broom. When he gets an angle on you, when he's posted up on that block, you have to foul him, and the Rebels didn't do it, so he stuck it in the basket.
25-18, Brakefield to the hole, drives and scores. Brakefield with 7. 25-20, Auburn on top. Denver Jones, a screen from Janai to the right wing, picks it up. Into the corner for Jaheim Hudson. Low post, Broom, double team. Out to the wing, Miles Kelly, wide open 3, didn't get it. Rebound tapped up, run down by the Rebels, they save it. And here's Morrell up the floor for the Rebels. Auburn by 5, Ole Miss ball. Morrell, head fake at 3. Pulls it out, gets the ball to the top for Brakefield, picked up by Miles Kelly. Left wing with a pass for Jalen Murray. Murray a transfer from St. Peter's to the top for Barnes. Barnes to the wing. Crossover, drives on Chris Moore. Fade away against Chris, it's good.
He's a good player, made a one-on-one and kind of isolated him right there around the elbow. He made a good play. Chris was all over him, but he just made the shot.
Ole Miss has made 4 of its last 5, trims Auburn's lead to 3. 25-22. Denver Jones. Inside the arc, right side, Broom. Out to the top, Kelly. Left corner. Open 3, Chris Moore. No. Weak side rebound tapped up. Broom pulls it in for Auburn. Out to the top for Kelly, and Janai was knocked down on the play, I believe, by Mikhail Brown-Jones. Yep.
Outstanding offensive play by Janai Broom. He found the open shooter. They'll be glad when they look back at the tape. They'll be glad they fouled Broom because they were about to give up a three-point shot on that.
Malik Dia is in, and Brown-Jones is out for Ole Miss. Out of bounds baseline right for Auburn. Janai will trigger. With 6:15 in the first, and Auburn leading by 3. Into the corner, Moore to the wing for Denver Jones. Now Jaheim Hudson right back to Denver. Right wing, Miles Kelly. Head fake, goes baseline, pulling one-hander, good.
Wow. Miles Kelly really elevated, got way above the defender on that shot and stuck it in the basket.
5 for Miles. Auburn's lead is 5, 27-22, 5:54 first half of play. Rebels ball, Murray at the top. Drives inside the arc, left side to the free throw line. Now lobs it back out to the top for Brakefield. Back to the wing, right side, Murray. Low post, Dia against Janai. Goes up for a shot and draws the foul on Janai. A reach in on Janai will put Dia at the line to shoot 2. That's an easy foul to call.
Yeah, they're going to protect shooters and ball handlers, and you kind of stick your hand in the traffic in between the arm and their body. They're usually going to call that foul.
Dia at the line to shoot a couple. Free throw is up, it's good. Brakefield is out. So is Barnes. Padula back into the lineup for the Rebels. Here comes Chaney Johnson with his 2 fouls, replacing Jaheim Hudson.
Great move by the bench there that time. They got to take Janai out just to get his emotions are very high. A lot of perspiration on him. He needs a breather. They bring Cardwell in, but we need another scorer on the front line, so Chaney Johnson came in for Turtle.
Dia missed the second free throw, and Dylan Cardwell skied for the rebound for Dylan, his 4th board of the ballgame. Auburn's lead is 4, 27-23. There's a steal. For the Rebels, Murray. Dia jammed and missed it. He missed the dunk, and here's Auburn the other way. Denver Jones across midcourt. Off the right wing. Into the corner, Moore. Right sideline, Denver. 18 to shoot for Auburn. Tigers lead by 4. Denver to the hole. Hangs, goes up with the left hand. He didn't get it. Rebound out of bounds. Off of Ole Miss. Auburn ball with 13 to shoot.
I'll tell you, you better bring your lunch pail today when you drive to the basket because there's not many calls around that rim, and it's very physical on both of those airborne players at that time.
5:08 in the first. Auburn by 4. Auburn ball out of bounds, baseline right. Miles Kelly will trigger. Inbound to Chris Moore, right side of the lane. Now out near the top. Low post intended for Chaney. Ball deflected out to the top for Chris. To Miles. 4 to shoot. Miles to Chaney. Fade away, 3. Air ball. And it's a shot. No, it's not a shot clock violation. Rebels drive. Brakefield of the hole, and he's fouled.
Well, the Tigers kind of got caught with a shot clock, and the ball was way too deep in the backcourt, so they had to take a marginal shot. It was an air ball turned into a really fast break for the Rebels.
That's the 7th foul against Auburn, but Chaney Johnson, Chris Moore, and now Miles Kelly have 2 fouls apiece. That's really dangerous for the last 4:50 of this first half, and Brakefield is at the line to shoot 2 for Ole Miss. 7 points off the bench for Jamin Brakefield. He was a starter every game a year ago. That's how much better this Ole Miss team is this year, that this guy's coming off the bench.
Well, he's accepted that role, and he is such a spark off the bench. Being a transfer, started every game last year, accepted the role off the bench to become a spark, and he's one of their better players and very efficient offensive player.
Pettiford in, replacing Moore. Brakefield can cut the lead to 2 right here. And he missed it. Rebound, another one, the 5th of the day for Dylan Cardwell. 27-24 Auburn. Pettiford walks it across midcourt, picked up by Murray. Crossover, 3 ball. Air ball out of bounds to Ole Miss.
Tahad's just kind of fighting it right now. He really doesn't
Hudson and Baker Mazzara in as Chaney Johnson and Miles Kelly with those 2 fouls apiece come out.
Thing I like about Tahad is he's so competitive. He'll come right back, be on the attack, keep his defense up.
Rebels ball trailing by 3. Murray against Pettiford. Free throw line, Brakefield, head fake twice up off the glass, missed it. Rebound, Jaheim Hudson. Auburn the other way, Chad Baker Mazzara. All over post for Dillon. Left side of the lane, into the lane, head fake. Now out to the top, Denver, head fake at 3. Shoots a 3. Bang!
What a great play by Denver Cardwell. He gave up his shot to get a better shot, gave it to Denver Jones and buried the 3.
Head fake and then stepped left and knocked it home. Auburn by 6, 24 to 30. Excuse me, 30 to 24. Drive, Murray inside the arc. Picks it up, low post. Brakefield to the hole. Good, and a foul against Jaheim Hudson.
Brakefield's kind of got a little flurry going on. He's feeling it.
Yeah.
Really attacking the basket.
First player in double figures, he has 10. 3:55 in the first. Auburn 30, Ole Miss 26. Discover exceptional service with SmartBank, your premier choice for personalized banking solutions in the heart of Auburn. From the tip-off to the final buzzer, they support your financial goals. See what's so smart about SmartBank. SmartBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. That's where we'll be in 3 minutes and 55 seconds of game action for Conecuh halftime. 2 blowouts in the SEC today, but a lot of close games outside the league in the early window. So we'll update Yellowwood scoreboard. We'll give you a look around Auburn Athletics, which is presented by Auburn Bank. Busy weekend already underway with a couple of impressive performances and still more to come this weekend. So that's coming up at Conecuh halftime. We'll also give you the stats from the first 20 minutes. Let's get you back to Oxford to finish out that first half. Auburn 30, Ole Miss 26. Back to Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey.
Rebels at the line for the and one opportunity. Jamin Brakefield has been a huge spark for Ole Miss off the bench. He's the only player in double figures. He's 4 of 6 from the field. And he has the and one opportunity. Boy, again, Auburn fouls a problem for the Tigers today. 8 fouls in this first half. Rebels have only been called for 4. And that's not a gripe about the officials right now, friends.
No, it's just such a physical game. And anything in around the paint and around that goal, it is really, there's body against body in there. And so you can be the unfortunate one to get called for the fouls. I'd like to see us get in a little bit better rhythm. The switching defense by the Ole Miss Rebels has given the Tigers a little bit of an issue executing their first initial wave on their play calling. But fortunately, we've made some threes. We've covered that. I think the adjustments as the game goes on, they'll make a difference in that, and we'll burn Ole Miss from time to time when they do switch.
Ole Miss is 4 of 9 from the line today. Auburn 3 of 4. And that free throw is missed by Brakefield and rebounded by Dylan Cardwell. Cardwell with 6 rebounds in the first half. Auburn by 4, 30-26. Pettiford. Cardwell right back to Hyde. Looked left, pass wasn't there. 13 to shoot. He goes left now for Denver Jones. Working on Dia. Goes baseline. Near a double team. Out to the top. Cardwell free. No. Weak side rebound tapped in.
Oh, we're going to gotta give him an assist on that. It didn't touch the rim, and Janai caught it in the air and laid it in.
Auburn by 6. Brakefield. Head fake. Twice he walked. Got away with it into the corner for Padula. 3-ball Padula. Yes.
With a deep 3, and Denver Jones was hanging all over him. Padula made a really good shot right there. You just got to come back, continue to play.
32-29, Auburn under 3 minutes to go in the first half. To Hyde Pettiford between the rings. Dylan Cardwell right back to Pettiford. Looks right, gets the ball, Chad Baker-Mazzara. On the right wing outside the arc. 13 to shoot, got hit in the face by Dia. 9 to shoot, drives past Dia. To the hole, Dipsy-do, he didn't get it. Dia gets the rebound. Knocked out of his hand by Chad Baker-Mazzara. Chad Baker got slapped in the face by Dia on the perimeter, and nothing was called. That is a gripe on the officials.
He sure did. He sure did. He got hit. He should have been called a foul. One thing that we need to do is take the ball to the other side of the floor, give Janai one more look after the initial wave.
32-29 Rebels. They're a 3 away from tying it up. They have 3 threes, Auburn with 5. Murray, ball knocked out of his hand. Drives on Dylan Cardwell, stays with him, spins to the hole off the glass. He missed it, and Cardwell gets another rebound. Auburn the other way. Right sideline, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Tigers by 3 with the ball. CBM lobs it to Broom outside the arc right side. 19 to shoot, pops a 3. Good!
Right in the face of Padula. Deep 3 by Janai Broom, and just tickled the twine.
And a timeout called by Chris Beard. 2:03 in the first half. Auburn 35, Ole Miss 29. 6 of 13 threes in the first half for Auburn. And Chris Moore will come in for Auburn during the timeout break. Each time Ole Miss has made their move against Auburn, Auburn has responded.
We're raining threes in this early, in this first half right now. Down the stretch, give us a 6-point lead, Andy. The next 5 or 6 possessions, we got 2 minutes to go, so you got 5 possessions left. Offensively and defensively, we need to win 3 of those going at halftime and get us a little bit of water, some Gatorade, recharge our batteries, and come back out for the second half.
This was a 30-second timeout. They're having trouble getting both teams out of their huddles.
Yeah, it was actually a 30-second timeout.
Auburn went to the actual bench. That seemed to bother Ole Miss. Does it matter if you're out of the timeout in time?
Well, I think our defense is so good that's giving the Rebels a little bit of an uneasy feeling anyway.
Both Cardwell and Broom out there, along with Denver Jones, Chris Moore, Chad Baker-Mazzara. For the Rebels, Dia, Morrell, Murray, Brakefield, and Padula. Auburn 35, Ole Miss 29, under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Murray, right sideline for Morrell, picked up by Chris. 3 ball by Morrell. Good.
Well, he can rein it in. He's a good player. Chris Moore hanging all over him.
Good play.
Yes.
Cuts the lead to 3 again. Minute 38 in the first. Denver Jones picks up the dribble, needs to get rid of it. Timeout Auburn. That's a good timeout by the Tigers. Auburn was trying to call a timeout from the bench, and no one was paying attention. And Denver finally called it on the floor.
Well, I think there just was a little bit of a miscommunication on what the play call, and everybody kind of stood, and Denver was just kind of hung up dribbling the basketball. Right. Smart play, call timeout. We needed a timeout. We're going to lose it anyway in the first half. Readjusted, minute 33 left. They'll come back out. Run a set play. Try to get Broom the basketball down deep, I think.
35-32 Auburn. Tigers have led by as many as 7. Ole Miss has led by as much as 4. Both teams have had a 9-0 run in this first half of play. Denver Jones is Auburn's leading scorer with 10. Jamin Brakefield is Ole Miss's leading scorer with 10. Auburn has out-rebounded Ole Miss 20-11 in this first half. Dylan Cardwell has 7 of those rebounds.
Oh, he's all over the glass. He's been the Windex man in the first half.
Auburn ball, Pettiford down the lane, Broom to Cardwell. Never got the shot off, and here's Ole Miss the other way. Auburn's lead is 3, Ole Miss ball. Dia at the top to Murray between the circles. Now into the center circle. He works on Dylan Cardwell. Shot clock at 15. Down the left side, Brakefield works on Pettiford. Spins into the lane, leans in, air ball, got it back, put it up, got it.
And extra effort that time. Brakefield just stayed with it and stuck it in the basket.
1 point Auburn lead. 55 seconds in the first half. They're on their feet in Oxford. Pettiford drives to the basket off the glass, didn't get it. Cardwell rebounds for Auburn to the wing. Denver open for a 3. Good!
Splish splash from the three-point line by the Auburn Tigers this first half. Great effort by Dylan Cardwell retrieving that offensive rebound.
Auburn by 4. Murray against Chad Baker. Put it up, he didn't get it. Rebound Broom. Auburn can work for a final shot. The 2 clocks about a half second apart.
They're going to go for the last shot. Auburn Tigers is going to have a chance to score going with a lot of momentum right here.
Auburn's lead is 4, 38-34. 14 seconds in the first half. Shot clock at 11. Pettiford, Cardwell at the top. Dylan off the right side, Pettiford. On the wing, it's Broom with 5 to shoot. 3 ball. Janai got it!
Bang, bang, 3-point shot by Janai Broom.
Whoa, baby, and that's the way the first half comes to a close. A 3 ball on the right sideline by Janai. And Auburn leads it at the half. Auburn 41, Ole Miss 34. The Rebels cut the lead to 1. Denver Jones hit a 3 off the left wing. And then a 3 by Janai Broom on the right wing. And the Tigers go into the locker room leading by 7, 41-34.
It's raining threes in Oxford for the Tigers. 8 of their 15 made baskets. 8 of their baskets, 8 of their 15 is unbelievable.
At the break, Auburn 41, Ole Miss 34. Time now for Kanaka halftime. And here is Brad Law.
Wow, it was raining threes. Auburn made 8 threes and only 7 twos in the first 20 minutes of basketball, and the Tigers take a 7-point lead into the intermission in Oxford. The intensity of this game has lived up to the billing. Number 1 team going on the road at another ranked opponent. Going to be an intense second half as well. Let's start with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. The other 2 games in the league today, not close. Florida-Kentucky was close at the half. It was a 3-point game, but then the Volunteers exerted their dominance in the second half. They asserted themselves well, missing Igor Milicic and Zakai Ziegler. They played with 7 scholarship players. Jordan Gainey scored 16, and 8th-ranked Tennessee clubbed 5th-ranked Florida by 20, 64-54. Gators won the first meeting in Gainesville by 30. Volunteers won today in Knoxville by 20 to get to 5-4 in the league. Florida now 5-3 in league play. Number 20, Missouri dominated 14th-ranked Mississippi State today in Starkville. Look out for the Tigers. They're now 6-2 in league play. State drops to 4-5. Final score in that game was 88-61. Josh Hubbard, another 20-point game. He had 24 to lead all scorers, but didn't get enough help from others. Meanwhile, Caleb Grill, another 20-point game for Mizzou. He finished with right at 20. Missouri was ahead by 14 at the half and then cruised on in the second half. 88-61, Mizzou with a big win at Mississippi State. Other games in the top 25 outside of the SEC today. It is 3rd-ranked Iowa State leading K-State near the half in Ames, 35-32 in Big 12 action. In the Big 10 today, it's Northwestern leading 17th-ranked Wisconsin at halftime, 31-25, and the only other top 25 final outside the SEC, 15th-ranked St. John's pulled off a big comeback win over Providence, 68-56. to 66 today. So St. John's moves to 10-1. Rick Pitino's club 10-1 in Big East play. Before we go further, we've reached the top of the hour. So let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Top-ranked Tigers lead the 23rd-ranked Rebels by 7 here at Conecuh halftime. 41-34 is the score. We'll take a tour around Auburn athletics when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Men's basketball assistant Ira Bowman.
I play for Fran Dunphy, one of the most legendary college coaches. I mean, I shouldn't even say coaches, people in college basketball. One of the most legendary people in college basketball. He is a true gentleman. He is what college athletics should be all about. He was one of the first guys to call me when the induction happened. It was fitting because he is now the head coach at LaSalle. And LaSalle was playing St. Joe's when they had the inductees come out on half court. So we walked out at the Wells Fargo Center, and Coach Dunphy's team is competing there at the half. So it was a full circle moment for me.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
It was a one-point game with 42 seconds to go in the first half. Denver Jones hit a three. Auburn got a stop. Janai Broom hit a three, and just like that, 41-34. Top-ranked Auburn leads number 23 Ole Miss. This is Conecuh halftime, and it's now time to take a look around Auburn athletics, and it's a busy weekend. Men's tennis picked up a dramatic victory over Middle Tennessee last night in Murfreesboro. Score tied at 3. Freshman Alex Fresina pulled out a 3-set victory, give the Tigers the match win. Auburn's back at home at the Yarborough Tennis Center tomorrow against Tulsa and against Alabama State. Auburn gymnastics was led by youth in last night's meet at Kentucky. Tigers put up a 196.6 in their first true road meet of the season. 17 of the team's 24 routines came from sophomores and freshmen. Jeff Grave's group back at home this Friday night against Georgia. It'll be Military Appreciation Night at Neville Arena. Women's basketball plays at second-ranked South Carolina tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. 10:45 a.m. broadcast coverage in Auburn on ESPN 106.7 and anywhere on the Auburn Game Day app. Softball starts next weekend. Baseball in 2 weeks. Tickets are available now for opening weekend on the Plains. You can get those tickets via the Auburn app or the website, AUBTix. That's AUBTIX.com. Let's look around Auburn athletics, presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. It's Auburn 41, Ole Miss 34. Conecuh halftime continues in a moment.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
14 seconds in the first half. Shot clock at 11. Pettiford, Cardwell at the top. Dillon off the right side. Pettiford on the wing. It's Broom with 5 to shoot. Free ball. Janai got it!
Bang, bang. 3-point shot by Janai Broom.
Whoa, baby, and that's the way the first half comes to a close. A 3 ball on the right sideline by Janai. And Auburn leads it at the half. Auburn 41, Ole Miss 34.
Yeah, we're about 6 minutes away from the second half. It's going to be a whale of a second half, you know. At the half, Auburn leads Ole Miss 41-34. Janai Broom and Denver Jones combined to go 9 of 12 from the floor. They were 5 of 5 combined from 3. As Auburn made 8 threes in that first half. Let's run through the pertinent numbers. They're brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. You can visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM and learn more. Team shooting. Auburn 50%, 15 of 30. Tigers knocked down 8 of 15 triple tries, only got to the line 4 times, made 3 of them in that first half. Ole Miss, meanwhile, 13 for 28 from the floor. Rebels just 4 of 10 from distance, and they were just 4 of 10 at the free throw line. So they got to the stripe 6 more times, but only 1 more point at the free throw line than Auburn. Team numbers, winning the window war so critical, and Auburn did that in a big way. Tigers with 22 rebounds to 12 for the Rebels. The Tigers with 6 offensive rebounds and 8 second chance points. Rebels with 3 offensive rebounds, 5 second chance points. Rebels winning bench points, 14-4 points in the paint, also +4 for the home team. Ole Miss a 14-10 advantage there. They have 7 steals. Auburn turned it over 8 times. Most of those, though, came in the first 5-6 minutes of the game. Tigers forced 5 turnovers and points off turnovers, a slight edge to Ole Miss at 9-7. Really, the fact that Auburn is shooting so well, and particularly from 3, is the big difference, the simple difference in this ball game. Some of the individual numbers, Jamin Brakefield, big for the Rebs. He was 5 of 8 from the floor, 12 points for him. He's the only Ole Miss player in double figures. Sean Padula was hot early from the floor for Ole Miss. He had 8 points in the first half, and Malik Dia finished with 7. For Auburn, Broom and Denver Jones scored 13 apiece in that first half. Chad Baker-Mazzara hit the first bucket of the day for Auburn, 1 of 2 triples in the first half. He has 6, 5 points for Miles Kelly, and 2 points apiece for Chaney Johnson and Tahad Pettiford. Tahad just 1 for 5 in the first half, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Watch Tahad in the second half and see if he can respond after probably the only first half that he's really legitimately struggled in SEC play this year. So we'll keep an eye on him in the second half. Something else to watch, Auburn has 3 players with 2 fouls. Chris Moore, Miles Kelly, and Chaney Johnson have 2 fouls each. Only 1 player for Ole Miss starts the second half with 2 fouls. Rebels only had 4 fouls called against them the entire first half. 2 of those went to Dre Davis. a reserve guard who played only 7 minutes in the first half. So back and forth, nip and tuck. Ole Miss went on a 9-point run early. Their largest lead was 4 in the first half. Auburn's largest lead, 7, the way it ended the first half of play with those back-to-back threes. So that'll wrap things up for Conecuh halftime. We thank you for hanging on with us. We're just a couple of minutes away from second half action. Once again, your score at the half. Top-ranked Auburn, 41. Ole Miss, 34.
You've been listening to Conecuh Halftime. Conecuh is the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Get one on your next visit to Neville Arena or make Conecuh part of your game day wherever you are. The second half is 2 minutes away. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Achilles tendonitis is often as painful as it sounds. The Orthopedic Clinic is here to help get you back on your feet without pain or stiffness. Whether caused by overuse or degeneration, Achilles tendonitis can be treated usually without surgery. But the road to recovery isn't short, so get started right away at the Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment 334-749-8303 or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
For 60 years, Four Seasons Federal Credit Union has been your trusted partner in financial services. With our awesome products and services, competitive rates, and lower fees, we've helped countless members achieve their financial goals. Join us so we can help you. Accounts federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Some restrictions apply. Ask for more details.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse. Famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shiggjerd Parkway and Wire Road.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
With 1 minute to go in the first half, a basket by Jamin Brakefield cut the lead to 2-1. And in the last 60 seconds of the first half, Auburn got a second chance opportunity. Denver Jones hit a three from the left wing. And then Janai Broom, after an Auburn timeout, working on a final shot, hit a three from the right wing. And Auburn has a 7-point lead. And the ball, Randall Dickey, to open the second half.
It's a huge way to end the first half. It was fast and furious. The Tigers were really shooting the ball well. It's hard to run your offense against a switching defense because the timing has just got to be perfect because you're open just for just one count. And if you don't get the ball to the player that you're running the offense to or the play for, you're not as successful. So therefore it breaks down. You have to play one-on-one. You have to try to get the ball to the basket. But what the Tigers have done is just backed up a little bit and reined in threes.
Auburn's 8 threes in the first half, the second most of the season, had 9 against Ohio State. Broom, Jones, Kelly, Cardwell, who had 8 rebounds in the first half, and Chad Bacon-Mazzara, the Auburn 5. Dia, Murray, Morrell, Brown-Jones, and Padula, the 5 back. That Davis and Padula, the 5. So both teams with their starters out there to open the second half. Chad Bacon-Mazzara for 3, didn't get it. Broom got the rebound, double teamed and fouled on the baseline. He went over Padula to get the rebound. Remember, Padula's 6'1".
Well, on the initial offensive play, the Tigers put the guards in motion to create the switches. Ole Miss kind of got confused, opened the shot for Mazzara.
On the inbound Broom from Chad Bacon-Mazzara. Janai, baseline left, double teamed. Underneath Cardwell. Dillon with the hook. Oh, is in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Dia.
Got what we wanted, it
Sure
just
did.
didn't go down.
Padula walks it across midcourt. Auburn by 7. First possession of the second half for the Rebels. 19-23 and counting in the second. Dia at the top against Dillon. Spins at the free throw line. Out to the top and a 3 straight away. Short. Rebound. Dia ran it down to Padula. Left wing. Second crack here for the Rebels. Murray against Dillon at the top. Dillon knocked it away. Murray stayed with it. Shot clock at 6. Murray goes baseline through the lane to the corner. Padula for 3. No. Rebound Chad Bacon-Mazzara for Auburn. Outlet to Denver. Across midcourt in a hurry. Denver cross court pass. Chad Bacon-Mazzara right side against Sean Padula. Left hand dribble by CBM. Wants a screen. 13 to shoot. There's the screen from Dillon. They switch off of Chad Baker. Lob it to Dillon, low post. Knocked out of bounds by Ole Miss. 5 to shoot for Auburn.
We didn't get that call.
They gave that ball to Ole Miss.
It looked like it was deflected.
Whoa. Ole Miss ball. Wow.
Back-to-back possessions really wasn't very successful for the Tigers. They continue to lean on their defense to stay strong.
Davis on the wing to Murray. Back to Davis on the wing against Broom to the basket, underneath the basket. Head fake twice, put it up, score.
They kind of got the angle on Janai that time. Driving baseline, used the backboard and the out-of-bounds line for the angle.
Rebels are going to extend their defense right here. They've trimmed the lead to 5, 41-36. Ball after the basket was knocked away. And the inbound comes to Denver Jones. And Denver is hawked by Jalen Murray across midcourt. Auburn's lead is 5. Jones, Cardwell at the top. Left wing, Chad Bacon-Mazzara goes baseline. Drives to the hole and draws the foul. And let's see if this is a shooting foul.
It should be. He looked like he was in the act of it.
Foul goes against Matthew Morrell. It's his first, and it does send Chad Bacon-Mazzara to the basket, or to the free throw line for 2.
I really liked on a switching defense when you catch the guys at a little bit out of balance defensively in their positioning. You can put the ball on the deck. It creates driving angles, and I'm glad to see Mazzara attack that basket, and I liked seeing him at the free throw line much better.
First by Chad Baker is missed. Missed it long. Brakefield, Barnes, and Klafke come in for Ole Miss. Davis, Murray, and Morrell sit down for the Rebels. Chad Baker can take the lead to 6 here. With 17:43 to go in the second half, and does.
Gives the Tigers a chance to press a little bit full court, put a little pressure on the Rebels getting the ball up the floor.
David Barnes hands to Padula between the rings. Picked up by Denver Jones. Right to the left dribble, back to the right hand. Left wing, head fake at 3 by Brakefield. To the free throw line. Low post pass, Cardwell knocked it out of there. Saved by Klafke. It's still loose, and here's Auburn the other way. Run down by Cardwell to Denver Jones. Auburn by 6 with the ball. Miles Kelly to the top for Denver. Drives past Brakefield. Running one-hander.
Holy
right
smokes.
hand hammer by Dylan Cardwell gives Auburn a 6-point lead.
He came out of the clouds that time. His elevation was amazing, and what a stuff.
8-point Auburn lead, 44-36. 16:57 in the second. Padula hawked by Dillon, who yells at him. Padula drives on Dillon. Head fake up, may have been blocked. He got it to fall.
Oh, they're going at each other. That's 2 veteran guys. Padula, about 6'2", against a big Dylan Cardwell.
44-38 Auburn. Cardwell, left wing for Miles. Down the left side of the lane for Janai. Spins, drives, goes up. May have been blocked. Here's Ole Miss the other way. And Davis is fouled by Dillon. Broom is still on the floor underneath the Auburn basket. The officials just ignore that call. Get a replay here. Janai spun on Padula and got hacked pretty good, it appeared, but no foul was called. And then Dylan Cardwell was called for the foul. And they're going to review this to see if it's a flagrant.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it.
A previous play is under further review.
Clock stop with 16:27 to go in the second half. Auburn 44, Ole Miss 38. Auburn still in the officials here on the fact that Broom got hacked in the act. And we've got a timeout. Yep. 16:27 in the second. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart features of the Ford F-150. The official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. Auburn 44, Ole Miss 38. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful. Hi, this is Matayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. Because the spice comes in at just the right moment. Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. That's what really makes me happy. Are you gonna eat all your fries?
Order a Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich and a Diet Dr. Pepper on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Chick-fil-A is proud to present this broadcast of Auburn basketball. Eat more chicken and more Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
16:27 to go in the second half. We believe they've called a flagrant one on the foul by Dylan Cardwell, who grabbed the Ole Miss player coming up from midcourt. He kind of grabbed him, his jersey from behind. This came after what appeared to be a Dylan Cardwell drive to the basket and a foul that was not called, which makes it tougher. But Ole Miss is going to get free throws in the ball here on the flagrant one by Dylan Cardwell at the 16:27 mark of the second half, and Auburn leading 44-38.
Yeah, we need to make a note at this time at 16:27 how that affects the Tigers going forward. Does it spur on the Rebels to go on a little bit of run, or can the Tigers withstand that, pick up where they left off? But certainly a negative toward the Tigers right now. We just got to overcome it.
Auburn's lead is 6, 44-38, but Ole Miss is going to get free throws and the ball here. I don't question the call on Dylan. But the no call on Janai going to the basket, it's been going on all year long, friends. It's just been going on all year long. And it baffles me how the player of the year in the Southeastern Conference is continually hacked with no fouls called. All right. David Barnes at the line to shoot 2 for the Rebels. First is good. Auburn has led by as many as 8. Rebels have a chance to cut the lead as Barnes makes both free throws.
Well, the one thing I will say about the flagrant one, there wasn't anything flagrant about the foul. Dylan really wanted just to stop the possession because Janai was on the floor.
Yeah, right. All right, Rebels within 4 and the ball. Padula at the top. Picked up by Chaney Johnson in a switch. 3 ball straight away. Good. 5-point trip down the floor for Ole Miss. It's a 1-point Auburn lead. 16:05 in the second half. Pettiford works on Padula. Shot clock at 16. Bounce pass, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Right wing Pettiford. Into the corner, Kelly 3. Yes!
That's a sign of an outstanding teaming. Tahad made the extra pass and found Kelly wide open in the corner.
Out to a 4-point Auburn lead, 47-43, Rebels ball. Barnes at the point. Right side for Brakefield, working on Pettiford. Inside the arc, picks up the dribble, knocked away. Miles Kelly with the steal. Drives to the left wing, crossover dribble to the basket, missed it, but it was fouled.
What a hesitation move by Miles Kelly. What defense by Mazzara and Kelly together on the other end created a steal. All it has done on that flagrant one foul and the 3-point by Mandula is spur the Auburn Tigers on.
Hey, Auburn may have gotten a wake-up call right there, friends. The foul was called against Davis, and that's his third. And now Miles Kelly at the line to shoot 2. He's an 86% free throw shooter this season for Auburn. Tigers, good.
The Tigers today have such a workman's attitude. They just continue to dig in and continue to grind away, but they're making plays that are positive for their unit.
48-43 Tigers. Second free throw, good. And Auburn has scored 5 straight points. 49-43 Auburn. 15-22 in the second. Brakefield at the right wing, working on Chaney Johnson. Out to the top for Murray, back to Brakefield straight away. 16 to shoot for the Rebels. Curl, Murray to the hole, Dia, reverse, missed it! Rebound Broom. Outlet to Miles Kelly. Auburn by 6 with the ball. Leaves it, Pettiford steps into a 3. Bang!
From the area code from all the way from the 3-3-4 to Hod Pettiford.
Auburn with a 9-point lead. Tigers on an 8-0 run, 52-43 Auburn. Brakefield straight away for the Rebels. Drifts off to the left wing, picks up the dribble. Padula, 3 left wing, no, and a foul on Chaney Johnson. That'll put Padula at the line to shoot 3.
I think he kind of nudged him a little bit that time. I'm not sure, but it's funny when you get late in the year and how the players feel like they don't ever foul.
You know what he didn't do? He didn't let him come down.
Yeah.
That's the call.
He kind of, his momentum just carried into
Third
him.
foul on Chaney, and Padula's at the line, a 79% free throw shooter. He'll shoot 3. Transfer out of Virginia Tech from Edmond, Oklahoma originally. Third in the ACC in assist a year ago. First free throw was good.
Well, Ole Miss is not going to go away. They got a lot of competitive spirit. They're really a well-coached team. It's an outstanding game. Yeah. The Tigers just need to continue to plow away up and down the floor, making plays.
And Padula missed the second free throw. Rebels at the line today are now 7 of 14. And this is a team that shoots 73%.
Yeah, that's a long way from the 50% today. I hope they continue.
The third free throw by Padula, and he missed the second one, but the rebound, Dia, ball loose, down to the floor, and a tie-up, and Ole Miss will get the arrow. Taheem Hudson tried to call timeout, but he never could get the possession.
Well, he did a smart thing. He fell on the ball when it was on the floor. That's one thing you can do to save your possessions, even though Ole Miss is going to get it.
Yeah.
You never know as a player, so you just fall on the ball, tie it up.
52-44 Auburn. Ole Miss ball out of bounds, baseline left. Padula will trigger. And a whistle and a hold on Miles Kelly against Murray. No question about it. That's the third foul on Miles.
Yeah.
Bruce Pearl says, hey, Miles, switch, be patient. And here comes Denver Jones in, and Miles will come out. 14:38 in the second. Auburn 52, Ole Miss 44, Rebels out of bounds, baseline left, Padula. Inbounds Brakefield to Padula on the wing. Padula brings it into the top, free throw line, kicks it to the corner. Head fake, 3 ball in the air from Barnes, short. In and out, rebound Broom. Outlet, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Auburn's lead is 8 with the ball. CBM penetrates to the hole, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple. I think he was fouled in the act of shooting. Let's see.
I don't think so. I think I think he was going to call a ball out of bounds. It was tapped.
Oh,
by
so there
Ole
was
Miss.
no foul. Okay,
Yep.
my mistake. I thought there was a foul. Davis in for the Rebels. Dre Davis comes in to replace Barnes.
Gives the Tigers a chance to run a baseline out of bounds. Specialty play here.
Hudson, the inbound Broom. Outside the lane, left side, backs his way in, head fake, spins to the corner. Jaheim Hudson three. No. Rebound, tap, Broom had it, Padula took it away. Rebels on the break. Padula all the way to the hole, he scores. Lead down to 6 for Auburn. 52-46. Place is hopping, friends.
Yeah, it's pretty loud in here right now. It's a big possession for the Tigers to kind of get back to execute their offense.
A screen to the right wing to Broom at the top. Janai puts it on the floor, drives on Brakefield, 18-footer, no. Rebound to Rebels. Brakefield up the floor, to the wing, to the basket, spins to the baseline. Broom stays with him. Shot clock at 20. Brakefield brings it all the way out to the wing to the top for Padula. Auburn's lead is 6, Rebels ball. 13 to shoot for the Rebels. Padula, crossover down the lane, Euro step to the hole goal.
He's a good player. We're going to have to get him under control, keep him out of the paint.
Auburn's lead is 4. Rebels have hit 5 of the last 7. Padula has hit the last 2. At the top, Pettiford to Hod, working on Dia. Picks up the dribble. Lobs it to Broom on the low post. Janai underneath, and Hudson jams it.
Great cut by Jaheim Hudson, and a nice assist by Janai Broom.
Janai was double teamed by 2 guards. He just looked over the top of him and found Turtle for the dunk.
Good playing, just continue to move, and he will find you wide open.
54-48 Auburn. Drive by Murray into the lane against Broom. Cut it off. Now on the wing, left side, it's Brakefield. Underneath Padula, reverse layup, no. Rebound tapped in on the weak side, it's good by Davis. Rebels have hit 6 of their last 8, trim the lead back to 4. 12-15 in the second half.
The Tigers.
Purdue, or rather Pettiford, crossover against Padula. Underneath Broom, Janai to the hole, no. Rebound pulled in. And here's Davis up the floor for the Rebels. Davis into the corner, 3-ball Murray, no. Weak side rebound, Dia. Underneath, blocked by Broom, and a foul on Janai. Second foul on Janai. 11:56 to go in the second. Timeout on the floor. Auburn 54, Ole Miss 50. Rebels at the line for 2. The experts at Sense Green with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Offering total comfort care for your Tiger family in East Alabama and Huntsville. Visit senseofgreen.com. Carrier, turn to the experts. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful. Hi, this is Patayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. Because the spice comes in at just the right moment. Oh, no, no, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. That's what really makes me happy. Are you going to eat all your fries?
Order a Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich and a Diet Dr. Pepper on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to the superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Protect your home and business with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Brad Law, quick update. Yellowwood scoreboard from the Auburn Sports Network studios. Number 3, Iowa State is in some trouble at home. Kansas State has gone on a run to open the second half. Wildcats have opened up a double-digit lead in Ames. It's 51-39, 14 and a half minutes to go in that matchup. They're underway in Norman, Oklahoma. Auburn's next opponent, the Sooners, hosting Vanderbilt. Commodores fresh into the top 25 at number 24. Vandy with the early lead, 8-4. They've only played about 2.5 minutes in Norman. Let's get you back to Oxford. Once again, the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Auburn led 41-34 at the half. Rebels have outscored Auburn 16-13 in the second half. Auburn is 4 of 11 to open play in the second half from the field. The Rebels are 6 of 12. And that rebounding edge is down just a bit for Auburn as well, 27-21. Points in the paint, Ole Miss has outscored Auburn by 10, 24-14.
Well, the Tigers have not shot the ball as well in the second half as they did in the first half. But one thing they are doing is they are attacking the basket. But we got to do a little bit better than 36% in the second half, shooting the basketball, and also kind of withstanding this run between Brakefield and Padula are the two guys that's really carrying Ole Miss in their point production.
Malik Diaz at the free throw line after the foul on Chad Bacon-Mazara. Chaney Johnson into the lineup along with Chris Moore as CBM and Janai Broom come out. Janai really upset as Diaz's free throw is up. It's good. Janai really upset at the lack of calls on his shots in the second half. And he is out right now getting a breather.
Yeah, I think he just felt like he got fouled on that last play. It's frustrating when you try really hard and you feel like you got fouled and they don't call it.
Down to a 2-point Auburn lead, Denver Jones. Left wing, Miles Kelly. Into the corner, Chris Moore. Moore was pushed down by Dre Davis. And that's the 4th foul on Dre Davis. Murrell will come back into the lineup for Ole Miss. Auburn will have it down the left sideline, out of bounds.
Be a sideline out of bounds play. The Tigers need to do a little bit better on their execution on their special plays. Special teams need to find an open shot right here and then cash in.
Inbound Cardwell, Chaney Johnson. Left wing, Miles Kelly. Pull up from about 12. He didn't get it. Rebound, Dylan Cardwell got the board and put it in.
Just took it away from him in midair and then stuck it right back in. Nice offensive rebound by
Took
Cardwell.
it away from Dia. Auburn by 4, 56-52. Padula tries to go baseline. Underneath, nice play. Murrell put it in. Nice feed to Murrell. Back to a 2-point Auburn lead. 11-16 and counting in the second. Denver Jones gets a screen from Cardwell. Drives all the way to the hole, and he's fouled by Murray. And that's the 6th foul against Ole Miss in the second half.
The Tigers are doing a good job with the heavy pressure that the Ole Miss Rebels are putting on the Tigers, spreading the floor, putting it on the deck, and driving it.
Beg your pardon.
Got to take care of it.
That was the 5th foul against Auburn. Inbound Moore, wing Jones, top of the circle, Cardwell back to Denver. Shot clock at 14. Auburn's lead is 2. 56-54. Denver at the point. There's a screen from Chaney. Behind the back dribble. Denver for 3. No. Rebound Padula. They've got a chance to tie it or take the lead. Padula at the right wing for the Rebels.
Good defensive transition by the Tigers. Got back, stopped the ball in the initial wave.
Brakefield out at the top. Outside the arc against Dillon. Chance for Ole Miss to tie it or perhaps take the lead. Brakefield with 10. Lobs it underneath, ball deflected. And it's stolen. Here's Auburn the other way. Cardwell, Chaney underneath for Denver to the corner for Miles left side. 20 to shoot for Auburn. Miles tied up. Baseline, whistle foul. Miles was fouled. That's the 6th foul against the Rebels. Foul was called against Padula, his 2nd.
We'll give the Tigers another baseline out of bounds on their special teams.
Turnovers right now, 9 for Auburn, 8 for the Rebels. Murray is out and Barnes is back in for Ole Miss. 20 to shoot for Auburn. Auburn leads by 2, 56-54. Inbound Moore. Back underneath for Cheney. Baseline left. Backs his way in against Brakefield. Into the lane. Right wing Miles. 3-ball Miles. Good! Miles Kelly!
Splash. What a pump fake sidestep and still shot it over the top of him.
59-54 Tigers. Padula straight away against Denver. Auburn by 5. Rebels ball, Padula. Auburn with 11 threes tonight. Down the left side, Padula. Cut off, fade away, Padula. Didn't get it, weak side rebound Moore. Miles Kelly up the middle of the floor. Auburn by 5 with the basketball. Left wing, Denver. At a 3, drives to the hole. Denver put it up, it was blocked. Cardwell, ball now goes out of bounds, and Auburn has it. All right, 19 to shoot for Auburn. And Murray is back in for the Rebels defensively. He will replace Padula. And here comes Janai Broom for the Tigers.
Get this on our special teams, on the sideline out of bounds play again. We're getting a couple of those, and they need to get Janai in where he get a threat on the block and then open up that three-point shot again on the perimeter. So
13 and 10, another double-double today for Janai. Just notice that.
Yep.
Inbound Janai at the top, Cheney. Left wing Miles, head fake at 3, penetrates. Down the left side of the lane, tried to get it to Broom. He's tied up by Barnes, and Auburn has the arrow with 12 to shoot.
Yeah, I think Miles felt like he had a shot. He got himself, left the floor, got up in the air, and they closed on him. He didn't really have a shot, so he had to kind of handcuff Janai there.
Out of bounds, baseline left. It's the top. It's Miles Kelly. Shot clock at 9. Auburn's lead is 5. Shot clock at 7. Miles backs it up to Denver. Shot clock at 4. Denver on the wing. Denver, fadeaway 3. It drew iron. Auburn rebounds it to the wing. Miles for 3. No. Rebound Cheney. At the top, Denver. Backed up. Oh, they got a foul on Denver. What a flop by Ole Miss. That's a flop on Ole Miss. Denver called for the foul.
Well, the Tigers dominated that possession. They got 2 or 3 different second opportunities right there and did not cash in, but a little bit unfortunate.
First foul on Denver. 5 fouls against Auburn, 6 against Ole Miss. Auburn's lead is 5, 9 minutes to go. Murray at the point. Right wing Murrell, picked up by Miles. At the top, it's Dia. Off the left wing for Brakefield. Picked up against Denver Jones. Foul. Away from the ball against Miles Kelly, and that's his 4th. They'll have to come out. Pettiford will come in.
Yeah, he kind of...
Yeah, trying to fight through a screen.
Yeah, bumped him a little bit there off the screen.
8:44 and counting. Drive by Murray into the lane. Down to the baseline. Backs his man in. Head fake twice. Goes up. Air ball. Rebound up. No. Good in the foul. Mikhail Jones Brown. Fouled in the play by Janai. 3rd foul on Janai. Chance for a 3-point play for the Rebels. Good play by Mikhail Brown-Jones.
That was a good offensive stick back there.
Good free throw shooter at 76% for the transfer from UNC Greensboro.
And they kind of got the angle on the Tigers on the rebound, and that's created the foul.
He can cut the lead to 2. And does. Back to their feet here in Oxford. 59-57 Auburn. Pettiford at the left wing, lobs it to Broom inside the arc, near the left baseline, drives, loses it. Rebound, Ole Miss the other way. They've got a chance to tie it or take the lead. Murrell on the wing. To the corner, off the right side, it's Murray against Chad Baker-Mazzara. Gets the screen, penetrates to the lane. Head fake, got bumped. And that puts them at the free throw line for a 1 and bonus.
One thing the Tigers are not doing as well is keeping Ole Miss out of the paint. The last 3 possessions have created fouls because Ole Miss is putting the ball on the floor, driving into the paint, creating a foul.
Murray a chance to tie it at 86% from the line this year. Had a career-high 11 assists last week against Mississippi State in that overtime loss in Starkville. That's the 8th foul against Auburn. Ole Miss has been called for 6.
Tigers just need to regroup, read back.
Yeah. 1 in bonus here for Jalen Murray.
Control their composure.
And that cuts the lead to 1.
Get back to their working man's job on both ends of the floor.
8:05 in the second. Murray can tie the game at 59 with his free throw. Out of Putnam Science Academy. And he missed it. Holy cow. Rebound Auburn. 9th rebound for Dylan Cardwell. Make that 10 for DC. Auburn by 1. Pettiford. Chad Baker-Mazzara gets a screen. Lobs it to Dylan, low post. To the basket, and he's fouled.
It's going to be quite the battle this last 7:45, Andy.
Dylan Cardwell will be at the line for a 1 in bonus when we come back. 7:45 to go in the second. Auburn 59, Ole Miss 58. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Atmore is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Atmore. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cook's Pest Control presents Protect the Perimeter. Call Cook's Pest Control to guard your home and business from pests and termites.
7:45 in the second. Auburn 59. Ole Miss 58. Dylan Cardwell at the free throw line for a 1 in bonus. After the foul by David Barnes, first up today.
Well, the Tigers both teams have made 21 baskets. 11 of those have been threes by the Auburn Tigers. We need to get back to that. Maybe we can create a three-point shot, kind of give it a little bit of flurry. But Ole Miss is staying in the game by, they've shot 20 free throws. Even though their percentage is not very good, they've made more free throws than the Tigers have actually attempted.
7th time in Geneva. These notes are courtesy of Scroggins Noggin. 7th time that Geneva Broom has posted 3 straight double-doubles. Geneva with 13 points, 10 rebounds. And it's the 2nd time this season that Dylan and Geneva have both had double-digit rebounds in the same game. Last time was Monmouth. That was the last non-conference game for Auburn. All right, 1 and bonus now for Dylan Cardwell with Auburn leading by 1. 59-58, 7:45 to go in the second half. Free throw falls. It hit the iron, bounced straight up and fell through for Dylan.
It's good for Dylan right there.
Second free throw by Dylan. Auburn by 2. He can make it 3 with 7:45 to go in the second. He didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in by Barnes. 2-point Auburn lead. Rebels ball, 7:40 in the second half. Brakefield hands to Padula in the center circle. Off the left wing, Morrell. At the top, Brown-Jones. Right wing for Barnes. At the top, Brakefield, 10 to shoot. Brakefield to Padula. Padula at the left wing against Broom, 4 to shoot. Free ball for the lead. Air ball.
Oh, my.
And they called a foul on Cardwell on the rebound.
Looked like he had inside position on that.
Goodness gracious. Third foul on Dylan. They've all come in the second half.
We forced Padula to take a bad shot.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he kind of put his body on him a little bit. And when you run into the body of Dylan Cardwell, you're going to bounce off.
At the line. Free throw is up. It's missed. Rebound comes to Cardwell. He has tied a career high with 11 rebounds today. Rebels have hurt themselves at the line. Auburn's lead is 2. Left wing Denver Jones drives to the baseline. Gets cut off. Out to the top for Janai. Shot clock at 14. Janai penetrates to the free throw line. Right wing Chad Baker-Mazzara.
Big shot.
Bang!
Big shot. What another great assist by Janai Broom. Penetrating pitches that game.
Padula fouled by Cardwell out at the top. Well, they're calling everything now.
The floor seems to be tilted on those calls, Andy, on our end.
What's new, Brandel? What is new? Padula at the line. They're in the double bonus. And that's the 4th foul on Dylan.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring Chaney in, I think, for that.
Yeah.
And
Auburn leads 63-58. Padula gets a couple. First is good. Listen, I understand it. You got to call, but buddy, you got to be fair at both ends of the floor.
Well, you've also got to go through your mind advantage, disadvantage. Is it an advantage or is it a disadvantage to create the calls?
Padula knocked home both. Auburn by 3. 63-60. 6:38 on a county clock, second half. Chad Baker-Mazzara down in the left corner. Broom inside the arc. Working there against Morrell. Turns, shoots off the glass. He didn't get it. Cardwell rebounds to the wing. Another 3. Chad Baker-Mazzara knocks it home.
What a shot. What a rebound. The two Twin Towers are just cleaning the glass and getting assists, tossing it out to the guards.
6-point lead for Auburn. Brakefield lost it. Steal Denver Jones with Pettiford. Lobs it. Pettiford. Right hand alley-oop. Right hand alley-oop. Tahad. Auburn's lead is 8.
Picture
Ole
perfect
Miss up the
201.
floor. Padula. Timeout, Rebels. Auburn by 8. The Auburn fans to their feet here in Oxford. 6 minutes to go. Whoa, Auburn Tigers. Ball timeout, 68-60 Auburn. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Let's use this opportunity to check the Yellowwood scoreboard, some games that are going on throughout the SEC and otherwise. One other SEC game that is in progress now, and that is in Norman. 24th-ranked Vanderbilt with the lead over Oklahoma, 19-14. They've played 8.5 minutes in that matchup. Meanwhile, Kansas State continues to lead third-ranked Iowa State by double figures at 63-52. Wildcats over the Cyclones with 8.5 minutes to go. And in the Big Ten, 17th-ranked Wisconsin leads Northwestern 73-60. 72-67. All right, let's get you back to Oxford, where Auburn has extended its lead back out to 8. Chad Baker-Mazzara with a couple of big threes. He's now 4 of 6 from beyond the arc today. 13 points. He's the 4th Tiger in double figures, the 4th with 13 points. Back to the voice, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dick.
Every time so far in this game, Auburn has responded each time that the Rebels cut the lead to 2 or cut the lead to 1. And every time Auburn has 2 enormous threes, one from the right wing, one from the left wing by Chad Baker-Mazzara, and then a steal and an alley-oop to Tahad Pettiford. And Auburn has forged an 8-point lead. 6 minutes to go, Auburn 68, Ole Miss 60.
It's amazing how good and how stable and how consistent the Auburn Tigers defense has been. They just are relentless on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, they are so unselfish. The Twin Towers have cleaned the glass today for 21 rebounds together, total 22 rebounds, but they're finding the open shooters, and Chad Baker-Mazzara has buried it.
6 minutes to go. Auburn 68, Ole Miss 60. The Rebels called the timeout after Auburn went on that run, an 8-0 run. Well, actually a 6-0 run by the Tigers. Rebels have gone 235 without a field goal, and Auburn has forged an 8-point lead with 6 minutes to go in the second half.
Well, the Ole Miss Rebels were bleeding pretty profusely right there. They had to stop that to call timeout. With the 6 minutes left on the clock, I feel like we've got about a 2-minute flurry for the Ole Miss Rebels to make a run to get back in this. But one thing that has been so fun to watch, the Auburn Tigers have bent, and they continue to bend, but they have yet to break. Their consistency has been outstanding. We've got 6 minutes to go to close it out.
For every Auburn three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services donates $25 to Coach Pearl's Outlive Cancer Initiative, benefiting local cancer patients and treatment centers. Auburn with 13 threes today. How about that?
Now, they've shot the ball for the perimeter really well, and we've been missing that the last couple of games, and they're back on their game. It's good to see the guard play has just been so dominant, and the Windex Twin Towers have just cleaned the glass.
And a career-high 12 rebounds today for Dylan Cardwell. Inbound comes to Morrell. Auburn's lead is 8. We're under 6 minutes to go. Morrell on the wing, picked up by Cardwell in a switch. Penetrates, free throw line, down the lane, hangs, shoots, he got it.
That was a must. That gave a little bit of breath of fresh air to the Rebels coming out of that timeout.
At the top, Auburn ball leading by 6. Pettiford lobs it inside the arc, right side Broom against Brakefield. Turns up with the left hand, he didn't get it. Rebound, Cardwell had it but lost it. Here's Ole Miss the other way. Brakefield against Broom to the hole. Head fake. Got blocked by Broom. Rebounded by Janai and out of bounds off Ole Miss. Auburn ball.
Good play by Janai. He held his composure. He didn't get the call on the offensive end, but he goes right back to the defense and makes a play.
That's the second block of the night or the day for Auburn. Jones, well, this is Auburn's starters other than Kelly out with 4 fouls, along with Pettiford, Jones, Baker-Mazzara, Broom, and Cardwell. Tahad sprints forward. Now reverses out near the top. Auburn's lead is 6. We approach the 5-minute mark of the second half. Spins past Padula down the lane. Nice pass. Cardwell dunks it. And a foul into play. Cardwell at the chance for the 3-point play. What a feed by Pettiford to Dylan Cardwell for the 2-hand stufferino.
I can't wait to see that on a highlight tape. You talking about picture perfect give and go. Tahad Pettiford just continues to grow up, orchestrate the offense, suck the defense into him in amongst the trees, and then handed it off to Cardwell, and he dunked that ball in traffic, Andy.
Dia was called for his first foul. And Dylan at the line, a chance for an and one. Knock it home, Dylan. Yes, sir!
That's a big 3-point play at the 5:02 mark, that's for sure.
Auburn by 9, 71-62, 4:58 and counting to go in the second half in Oxford. Padula on the wing, Morrell. Picked up by Pettiford. Goes baseline, gets cut off. Goes up for the shot and draws the foul. It goes against Pettiford. That's good. I think Dylan thought it might go against him. That would have been his fifth.
I did too. By seeing the expression on Dylan's face, I thought they called it on him.
It was against Pettiford, and it puts Morrell at the line to shoot 2 for the Rebels. 9 assists on 10 baskets in the second half for Auburn. How about that? And the Tigers have 18 in the game. First free throw by Morrell. It's good.
He's one of the outstanding players, one of the better players in the conference. They're going to go to him.
Well, Auburn's lead is 8, 71-63. 4:51 in the second. And he made both.
Got to be careful here because they're going to have to pick up their defense.
Auburn quickly up the floor. Denver Jones goes baseline, put it up, it was blocked. Rebels ball, Padula the other way. Auburn's lead is 7, Ole Miss ball. Padula behind the back dribble, down the lane. Put it up, and he was fouled. They got Chad Baker-Mazzara. And that's the third foul on CBM. And it puts Padula at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the Tigers got to be careful right here. You know, it's just less than a 3-possession game, and they're the last 2 possessions, the clock is stopped. Anytime that you're behind, all the coaches will tell you that when you score, when the clock is not moving, that's an advantage for the team from behind. And so the Tigers need to be a little careful. We were a little bit overzealous on the fast break. Didn't get the call on Denver's drive. Turned into a fast break opportunity for Ole Miss.
Padula goes to the line to shoot 2. He's 3 of 5 today. He has 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Double digits for Padula and Brakefield and Morrell. The first free throw is good. Rebels are 12 of 16 from the free throw line in the second half.
Unbelievable.
They have more free throws made in the second half than Auburn has attempts. Padula makes both. Timeout, Auburn.
I think Coach Pearl wants to talk to the guys. It's 4:37 on the clock. We've got a media below the 4-minute mark. The next few possessions are important, very important.
It's a full timeout with 5, or making it 4:37 to go. In the second half, we'll keep it here for this timeout. 71-66 Auburn. Huge inadequate or discrepancy in free throws today.
Oh, it's
Ole Miss is 17 of 27 from the line. They have 6 more free throws made than Auburn has attempts today. 27 attempts for Ole Miss to 11 for Auburn.
Floor has sure been tilted in that direction. We got to overcome that. That's what the coaches are talking to the team about right now. You got to withstand this run. Understand what time, score, and momentum is. We've got to score. Time is a little bit on Ole Miss's side, and they've got just enough flurry of a momentum to withstand this run. So we've got to just chip away. It wouldn't be a bad idea to see the Tigers drive hard to the basket and get to the free throw line.
That's a big question mark today, friends. Whether the foul's going to be called at that end of the floor.
Yeah, when you go, you've got to make sure you go with some conviction.
Yeah.
And you've got to go with both hands wrapped around the basketball because you cannot go weak.
4:37 in the second. Auburn's lead is 5, 71-66. The 5 for Auburn, Tahad Pettiford, Chad Baker-Mazzara, Janai Broom, Miles Kelly, and Cardwell. Remember, both Cardwell and Kelly with 4 fouls apiece.
Ole Miss is going to apply full court pressure. They're behind. They're going to gamble a little bit right now. Look like it's going to be a kind of a man-to-man full court. They're probably going to run and jump or try to trap somewhere along the line.
Pettiford will bring it up the floor. Shadowed up the floor by Murray. Big possession for Auburn, 4:27 and counting. Chad Baker-Mazzara straight away against Padula. Gets a screen. Picked up now by Dia. 13 to shoot. Chad Baker off the left wing. Blows past Padilla, all the way to the hole, banked it in, and got fouled of the play.
Beautiful drive, isolation one-on-one. He finally, when they made the switch, it really burnt Ole Miss that time. What a play by CB&S.
Ninth foul against Ole Miss, a chance for a three-point play for Chad Bacon-Mazzara. The foul was called against Davis, and he's done. That's the fifth foul on Dre Davis, if I'm mistaken. Nope, that's it. He's done.
Wow, what a play!
Whoa, and the shot clock is running down, Randall.
Now you got to give Dylan Cardwell a little bit of credit right there, because he kind of shielded the lane and kind of sealed it off and gave Chad Baker a chance to drive. They came across from the backside to foul him, but it was more important that he stuck it in the basket, because you're not given that you're going to get fouled.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Auburn Sports Network. And one opportunity for Chad Bacon-Mazzara. Could take the lead to 8 right here with 4:14 to go. Got it. It rolled over the front of the rim and fell through.
Right in the net. That's good. That's good. Big solid defense right here, right before this media timeout.
Yep. Padula across midcourt for the Rebels. Auburn leads it by 8, 74-66. Padula against Denver. Underneath, up, good. 6-point Auburn lead, under 4 minutes to go. 74-68. Left sideline, Miles Kelly. At the top, Cardwell. Dillon, right wing, Chad Baker. Low post, Broom against Padula. Into the corner, three
Big
ball,
shot.
Miles. Didn't get it, reach side rebound, Janai. Double team, free throw line, Chad Baker up, good with the left hand.
Another assist, but Janai Broom. Auburn Tigers just play so well together, but getting second opportunities was huge.
Fourth assist of the day for Janai. Auburn 76, Ole Miss 68. Drive to the hole by Murray. Double team. Along the baseline, kicked out of bounds, and that'll take us to a timeout. Auburn says it's Auburn ball. I think Ole Miss will have it. 3:19 to go. Wow. Final media timeout. Auburn 76, Ole Miss 68. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Mashalik across midcourt. Auburn's going to dribble away. Count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Auburn Tigers are SEC tournament champions.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Brad Law, Auburn Sports Network Studios, checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. Number 21, Louisville playing at Georgia Tech. Cardinals with the early 21-16 lead on the Yellowwood scoreboard. They played 8 minutes. Vandy's lead at Oklahoma's up to 10 in the first half. 5 minutes before halftime, 31-21. The the score there. Fourth-ranked Alabama just underway against Georgia, 4-2. Make it 4-4 the score there. They're tied just 2.5 minutes in. We'll update the Yellowwood scoreboard in full after the game. A pretty important 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go as we send it back out to Oxford. Andy Burcham, Coach Randall Dickey. Every time Ole Miss has made a run, Auburn has been able to counter to this point, and they'll try again for the final 3:20.
All right, they reviewed the out of bounds, and it looks like it will remain Ole Miss basketball. 3:19 to go in this one. Auburn 76, Ole Miss 68. I'm not sure they could get a good angle on that ball going out of bounds. The one we saw wasn't a real good angle. Yeah. But the result is Ole Miss has it. Auburn's three-point shooting today is the best it's been this season. 13 of 26 at 50%. The 13 threes are the most in the SEC for Auburn this year.
Well, I think there's about 4 possessions. There's more possessions left in the game than 4, but there's 4 crucial possessions that's in front of the Auburn Tigers. Anytime that we can defend, not foul, cannot give up 3-point shots by Ole Miss because they are in a desperate mode, down 8 points right now. They've got to turn some offense up, and the Tigers need to be relentless defensively.
Padula will trigger baseline left. Still looking, lobs it for Dia, hands to Padula at the left wing, drives on Chad Baker to the basket, kicks it to the corner, head fake at 3, Morrell 3 ball, and he was fouled by Janai.
Well, is this inadvertent? It's not a good foul. And fouling
no, it isn't, because
Morrell.
It stops the clock.
Yep.
With 3:10 to go, and Morrell is at the line for 3, where he's very, very good.
Yeah, it does a number of things. Number one, you get an outstanding player at the free throw line, a foul against your best player, dead ball, scoring without the clock moving, and it gives Ole Miss a chance to set their defense.
Pettiford will come in after the free throws by Morrell. Well, maybe he won't. Morrell's free throw is good. It rolled around but fell through.
Yeah, you kind of hope that one in there.
It's Auburn's 5 out there, the starters. Jones, Kelly, Bacon, Mazzara, Broom, and Cardwell.
It's not going to be easy. Tigers may have to make a few free throws down the stretch.
Oh, Morrell missed the second free throw. How about that? Ole Miss, in spite of the fact they've had plenty of opportunities, now 18 of 29 from the line today. He can cut the lead to 6 right here. And he did. Timeout, Ole Miss.
They're going to go ahead and set up their defense right now. They're going to make some adjustments on what they're going to do on ball screens. Are they going to double team the basketball, create problems for the Auburn offense?
Double figure scoring today. 18 for Chad Bacon Mazzara, 13 apiece for Miles Kelly, Janai Broom, Denver Jones. Both Cardwell and Broom with 12 rebounds apiece. That's a career high for Dillon. And Pettiford comes into the lineup for Auburn. For the Rebels, 24 for Padula, 12 for Morrell and Brakefield.
Well, it's going to give the Tigers will do 2 things. They'll get press offenses first and foremost, get the ball down the floor, clock management, understanding the time.
Dillon out, by the way, with Pettiford in. Good idea, considering the free throw shoot.
Well, it's also, we saw this at LSU the other night, and I think they're going to that a little bit more of an offense-defense substitution. If there's a dead ball, I think you'll see Dillon come right back because he's such an outstanding defensive player.
Chad Bacon Mazzara, Miles Kelly, Denver Jones, Janai Broom, Tahad Pettiford for Auburn.
Important that the Tigers be strong with the basketball. Don't do anything silly. Just get the ball down the floor.
Inbound to Tahad. Bring the ball up the floor as we approach the 3-minute mark in the second half, and Auburn leads by 6. 76-70. Broom at the top. Janai, right wing, Chad Bacon Mazzara. Lobs it for Broom, low post to the wing. Pettiford to the corner. Denver 3. Got it!
Wow. What team play from one side of the floor to the other. Denver Jones just buried a 3.
Auburn by 9. 2:42 to go in the second half. At the top, drive down the floor for Dia. He missed it. And the rebound to Chad Bacon Mazzara. outlet to Denver Jones. Auburn by 9, 2.5 minutes to go in the second half.
Ole Miss has got to really pressure the basketball.
14 threes today for Auburn. Broom blows past Dia. Down the lane, he gets fouled. And that puts Auburn in the double bonus. And Janai can go to the line for 2 right here. Foul against Dia, his second. My goodness, think about the clutch shots that Auburn has made all day long.
And most all of them have been off of assists. Great team basketball, great team concept, unselfish play. It's a team wanting to win.
Janai's first free throw is short.
A little short. Now you see the offense-defense substitution come in here with Cardwell returning.
And Pettiford out. Brakefield comes in for Ole Miss, replacing Dia. Brakefield, a better all-around shooter.
I kind of forgot about him, and he's been on the bench for a while. He carried Ole Miss for a while offensively.
Janai can make this a 10-point game. He missed both. Doggone it, rebound Padula. Auburn's lead is 9, Rebels ball. Padula penetrates to the glass, goes up, makes it. They're going to give him the basket. He got fouled before the shot. He got fouled before the shot, but they gave him the basket anyway. My goodness.
Just continue to have a glimmer of hope.
Foul on Chad Baker-Mazzara, his 4th. Padula can make it a 6-point game here with 2:15 to go.
Now we're down to the 4 crucial possessions in front of the Tigers.
Wow, those 2 missed free throws by Janai, although he's played so well today, are big, considering Padula can make it a 3-point play at the other end. And he does.
Gotta be careful here on the full court press.
6-point Auburn lead with 2:15 to go.
2-possession game.
Inbound comes to Miles Kelly, near the corner. Lobs it ahead for Chad Baker-Mazzara to Denver Jones, left wing. Auburn can set up its offense as we approach the 2-minute mark, second half, Auburn by 6. Enormous possession for Auburn. Pettiford at the top, down the right side, he lost it. Padula the other way. He walked, got away with it. To the hole, shot is up and a foul. And Morrell goes to the line to shoot 2 for Ole Miss. Todd Pettiford just lost the ball at the right wing. Oh boy.
Well, it's going to be a little more interesting than what we'd like.
Foul was against Denver Jones, it's his second. Morrell can cut the lead to 4 right here with 1:51 to go in the second half. First of 2 by Matthew Morrell.
Got to retrieve this ball in case he misses on the second one now.
He got the first. Trims the lead to 5.
Got to be careful if he makes the shot. You got to get in your press offense. Got to be strong. Ole Miss is still behind. They're going to be aggressive and be always reaching and be very handsy. And so we got to be strong with it and not create a silly turnover.
He makes both free throws. Cuts the lead to 4. 5-0 run by the Rebels. Inbound Pettiford. Auburn by 4, 1:46 to go. Pettiford working against Morrell. Bounce pass, Broom at the point. Janai leaves for Chad Baker-Mazzara. Got a screen, lobs it. Broom to the hole. Janai up and in with a foul!
Unbelievable.
He got double teamed by 2 short guards.
What a 2-man play by Mazzara to a high and low Janai Broom.
Do you realize that's the first field goal of the second half for Janai Broom?
No, I did not know that.
I believe I'm right.
He's been involved in a lot of things. I know that. He had the opportunity to kick it out.
Knock this free throw home, Janai.
This would be huge.
Got it.
And does. One defensive stop.
82-75 Auburn. Ole Miss ball quickly up the floor. They drive, they push. Murray in the lane. Up for a shot, no, but a foul. Foul goes against Pettiford. Boy, each time this is stopping the clock. 1:26 to go. Auburn 82, Ole Miss 75.
Life on the road as a visiting team is brutal.
Rebels are 22 of 33 from the line today. And Murray at the line for 2 more. Murray on the day is 1 of 2 from the charity stripe.
Still can't get too comfortable just yet. There's still a minute and a half left.
Absolutely not, Randall.
You've got to continue to do the simple things. Retrieve the ball off the glass if he misses.
Free throw is good by Murray.
Oh, they've lived at the free throw line in that second half. Wow.
19 of 24 from the line in the second half. Cut the lead to 5 right here. And he did. 82-77 Auburn.
Still
another
a
huge
two-possession
possession
game
for the Tigers. Inbound to Pettiford, fouled quickly by Padula. And that's the 4th foul on Padula. All right, Auburn's going to have to make some free throws here. Knock him home, Tahad. Pettiford with 7 points on the afternoon. His first free throw attempts, he's at the line for a couple.
He sure has had a lot of experience as a freshman early in the year, right up until now, going to the free throw line in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. All right, 2 big free throws for Tahad Pettiford. First is nothing but nylon.
That young man is just continues to grow. He continues to want the ball in his hand in the crucial parts of the game. Getting to the free throw line, there's nothing like a point guard that can shoot free throws late in the game.
Take the lead to 7, knock them both home. He comes out, Cardwell is in. The starting 5 for Auburn out there: Jones, Kelly, Baker, Mazzara, Brune, Cardwell. Barnes, Brakefield, Morrell, Murray, Padula for the Rebels. Padula hanging one-hander, he didn't get it, tapped it up and got it. Back to a 5-point Auburn game, and Ole Miss calls a timeout with 1:16 to go. Pettiford back into the lineup for Auburn, replacing Cardwell. Boy, that'd have been a big rebound for Auburn after that first Padula miss. Regions Bank postgame show coming up.
Well, we're going to have to withstand one more series here. Press offense, get the ball down. We need to score. We need to continue to score baskets or get to the free throw line. And I'd like to see that clock continue to move and not stop.
Next up for Auburn, the Tigers welcome Oklahoma to Neville Arena for the first time as an SEC opponent. That's an 8 o'clock start Tuesday night as Auburn gets ready for the 65th consecutive sellout at Neville. Our coverage begins at 7:30. Then Auburn plays host to Florida on Saturday at 3, a week from today at 3. Coverage at 2:30 from Neville Arena. 1:16 in the second half. By the way, that's Ole Miss's last timeout. Auburn still has 2 timeouts remaining. Baker Mazzara, Pettiford, Denver Jones, Janai Broom, and Miles Kelly, the Auburn 5. Here's what can't happen for Auburn: a quick turnover.
No, don't want to talk like that. You want to get the ball in bounds, keep it in your free throw shooter's hands. Ole Miss is in the desperation mode. They have got the clock is against them right now. Keep the ball in the hands of the 3 guards. And your free throw shooter, maybe even 4 guards. We've got Miles in as well. Looks like Chad's playing the 4 right now.
Full length of the floor to go. Ole Miss will press. 1:16 in the second. Auburn 84, Ole Miss 79.
Be strong with it because they're going to be slapping and reaching for it.
Chad Baker Mazzara will trigger. He looked long. Looking, gets the ball inbound. Ball knocked out of bounds by Barnes. Down the sideline, and Janai, he's a little hobbled. Maybe it's that ankle, I'm not sure. CBM will trigger. Auburn puts all 5 on that side of the floor. Inbound to Pettiford, races across midcourt. Tahad at the right wing. Reverses out of there, brings it out near midcourt. 107 and count it. 84-79 Auburn. Pettiford works against Murray. 14 on the shot clock. A minute to go in this one. Auburn leads it by 6. In the corner, Miles Kelly. 9 to shoot. Right wing, Denver. 3 ball in the air. No. Weak side rebound. Broom out of bounds. Foul against Ole Miss. Broom was fouled on the rebound. With 49.7 seconds to go, a bit hobbled. Janai goes to the line to shoot 2.
Woo! That was a little bit in our favor right there
No,
to get
not a
that
little
foul
bit.
called.
Barnes called for the foul, his second. Shake off the pain, Janai, and knock these free throws home. With 49.7 seconds remaining. First, good.
That's good to see. I like to see Janai
85,
make those free
79.
throws late in the game.
It's a full 2-possession game. He can make it a 3-possession game right here with 49.7 seconds to go in the second half. Janai knocked them both home.
One stop right here, the game is over. One stop.
86-79 Auburn Ole Miss ball. Murray off the left wing out at the top, outside the arc, works against Cardwell. Leans in, it's blocked by Dillon, who rebounded it. He threw it ahead for Dillon, who has a breakaway. Janai jams it. Night, night, friends. Night, night. Auburn 88, Ole Miss 79. The block by Cardwell and the rebound, and then the dunk. Ole Miss ball at the top, 3 ball straight away. Good by Ole Miss, Murrell. 88-82 Auburn, 27.8 to go on a foul. Oh, they got Cardwell. Auburn couldn't get Dillon out of the game in time. So Dillon goes to the line to shoot 2 with 27.8 seconds to go, and Auburn leading by 6.
You guys still, holy cow.
Yeah.
We're having to work with this. 27 seconds, it's 2-possession game. These are valuable right here.
You need at least one right here for Dillon. Got it!
What a day that young man has had. Those Twin Towers have just been
a career high 13 rebounds and 8 enormous points for Dillon Cardwell.
It's amazing.
89-82 Auburn.
He also could move into the double-double factor right here if he can make this.
Knock it home, DC.
And
he
does,
did!
And does. Both Twin Towers double-doubles a day.
27.8 seconds to go. Auburn 90, Ole Miss 82. Rebels race forward, Perdula. To the top for Murrell. Murrell leans into a 3. He didn't get it. Rebound tapped up. It comes Cardwell. Ball still loose. Ole Miss ball. Break field to the hole. No. Rebound tapped out. Kelly has it. 12 seconds to go in this one. Up the left side. Kelly just trying to play keep away, and he's fouled. He's fouled. An answer every single time today by Auburn. Every single time today by Auburn. And Ole Miss tried to call a timeout. I don't know, it's a technical foul against Ole Miss. And I don't know if they called an extra timeout or they got a bench technical. There was no foul over there.
I think the coach is a little bit overzealous out on the floor.
All right, so there was no foul on the sideline, but there was a technical foul called against Ole Miss. And Miles Kelly can take this lead to double figures with 8 seconds to go. There will be no court storming today for the Rebel students because Auburn's going to win. The free throw good by Miles. They gave them instructions.
No, that's it. They made a mistake right here. According to how he explained it to TV, is there was no foul on the floor.
No, but it was a technical foul.
And that they were going to go with a technical foul alone.
And then Miles made the first free throw with the Ole Miss players down each side. Are they going to take that away from Miles and make him shoot the 2 technical foul shots now?
Honestly, I think so.
Auburn by 8, 90-82.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
They gave him the first free throw. Nicely done.
They're kind of like you and I. They just kind of want to get this thing over with, don't they?
Free throw, Miles. Good. Well, they didn't give it to him. They
did. Yes, they did. They let him shoot that second free throw, and this is the technical.
I don't think there was a foul call. I think those were the two technical shots. 92-82 Auburn.
Wow.
And Auburn has the ball with 8 seconds to go, right? It's Auburn ball, isn't it?
Well, it should be if it's a technical foul. I mean,
No,
unless they shot the technical first.
Listen to the crowd. Great to be an Auburn Tiger. Say it's great to be an Auburn Tiger.
Unbelievable.
They gave the Ole Miss students instructions how to storm the court today. They're not going to be a court storming right now. And the biggest road game in the SEC for Auburn this year. And Auburn had an answer every single time for Ole Miss today. And now Auburn will have the ball.
They just need to get the ball
yeah,
in.
Just get it inbound.
Kill the clock.
Broom will
get
trigger.
To the dressing room.
Out to the top for Denver Jones. 5 seconds down to 4, to 3, to 2. Cardwell. Auburn wins in Oxford. What a game.
Unbelievable.
What a game. You talk clutch. And that's what this Auburn ball club was all day long.
A relentless effort. Amazing performance on both sides. Perimeter-wise, the guards shot it in. On the front line, the Twin Towers, all they did was get a double-double together today.
Whoa, what a day. What a day. Auburn 8-0 in Southeastern Conference play. 13th straight win on the year. Auburn's 13th quad 1 win. The Tigers are 20-1, coming home for back-to-back games, Oklahoma and Florida. Your final today, Auburn 92, Ole Miss 82. Stay tuned, Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Damaging an underground utility can cause a lot more problems than you think. By causing a potentially avoidable damage to underground utilities, there's many scenarios that do not end well. To keep the gas, power, water, and internet running, using 811 to have your underground utilities marked is a critical piece of the damage prevention process, whether you're a homeowner or an excavator. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Visit ALA